Cold snow laws my You don't want Mark Month. Your points were giving willingly. We were there for cupcakes. Obey or be timed. I don't know why I would lock the door. I'm used to locking it when I go to sleep, but beyond that, I don't know.
Why when you go to sleep?
Because they wake me up. Peanut will just come in and check on me. Eric, Corey dropped a package off once at like 6 a.m. and it woke me up. And once I'm up, I'm up.
Yeah, they do be doing that.
All right, like I can't have this. Yeah. So for some reason, there's an invalid argument somewhere in this.
Oh, we on?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, I didn't hear music.
Yeah, no. There's something in that contains an invalid argument. Oh my god,
really?
Oh, you didn't see these? Yeah, I got my dark one over here.
Why would anybody sell these? You get maybe 3 sales ever.
And they got one from your boy. What do you mean?
The state.
Hey, they know their audience because they got your boy.
The state.
Okay, it's just simply too long. Yeah. I'll probably have to change some of those DSP ones. Yeah, okay. So the text is just too long. No problem.
Did you add the awful?
Yes.
Just making sure.
Yes. Right there. That's actually...
Sebastian says, please get into a debate soon. I need to see a real good fight because I am left empty after Jake versus Mike.
Oh, dude. It was the saddest thing in the world.
Yeah, it seems very clear.
This is awful.
Yeah, it's just pure and simple. Fixed.
Yeah, it feels very much like, hey, a lot of people paid money. We need to go as far as we can.
First round knockout. Nobody wants to see that, but people did want to see that.
Yeah, people definitely wanted to see it.
So what's the harm in just doing it? Just let the fight play out like it should have. Because that clip that I showed, I'm just like, okay, so a boxer would advance because he got hit in the face and then his arms went down. It's like, okay, so attack? No, just back up.
Yeah, it was some very weird. Corey cannot be in on our things anymore. The chat just cut off like 10 messages, so starting here. You guys watch Samurai Jack and trust it is very good. Sorry, we have not watched it yet.
I have not watched Samurai Jack,
but I will someday. Thank you for re-upping to the bums. Thank you for re-upping to the bums, Carlo. I watched The Arcane pretty recently and really liked it so far. Yo. Points.
Jurabode says, can we have a sound bit of Muscle Man saying, you know who else?
Of Muscle Man saying, you know who else? Yeah, I don't mind. You know what? I'm gonna create a thread in the Discord for sound alerts. Just throw these things in the thread and I'll take a look at them. Because like I said, I can now have unlimited voice alerts. So, plus it gives me more control over how much y'all can spam it. Thank you for re-upping Jinx to the bombs. Mark time. I know there was a lot of T23 o'clocks before the chat got cut off. Actually, can I scroll up on this one and see some of the earlier ones? Yes, I can. Okay, cool.
It's not worth it with a lot of T23s. I should have just taken them off. I don't know what I was doing.
Yep. T23 time. From what I can tell, the first video is definitely a Dragon Ball glaze and the other is just hating on it. Oh, wow. If they make the tragedy joke again, that's why I said Corey can't be in on ours. Oh yeah, it was just a lot of T23 stuff. Yeah, no, I don't need to read that. Oh, get out of here. Trigger got cooked by a YouTuber and started drama between them that even his fans started to tell him to drop it and move on because he's acting real like obsessive about it. The guy did another video today and he's like Triggered made an account on Twitch just to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what are you doing? That's crazy. Couldn't be me. Could not. Yo, you know what they say, Trigger? Can't take the heat, get out of the oven. Hey, y'all. He was releasing some female emotions. Is it weird to ask, could you do self-the-programmer Strength of Goku videos and analysis video on Goku journey throughout Dragon Ball? I said, I
think it is an insanely long video.
We can always break it down if we feel like it. But like I said, never suggest whatever you want. It
is 6 hours.
That might actually be funny.
It is 6 hours.
That might actually be funny. DA, I don't know if
that's How Strong is Goku. What was it?
Strength of Goku.
Oh, Strength of Goku, yes. It is also... No, this is How Strong is Goku. Let me look up the Strength of Goku.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if you ever looked it up, but I did, and there's a video made by Living Dead Man that explains the Kagurabachi meme.
Okay, I will. Okay, no, the Strength of Goku is only 30 minutes.
Okay, yeah, we might be able to do that.
I will. I have now. When this happens, I put it on a tentative list, and then I look at.
That's cool. List. Yeah, that makes sense. We're getting better, y'all.
Who was the Kagurabachi person?
Living Dead Man. You know, I could be doing something else right now, but Alex pulls me in. No, do something else. Did you watch the Penguin Show? Absolutely.
Oh, probably perfect. 7 minutes.
Probably my favorite series of the year is the Penguin Show. It's so good. Hi. Hello. Thank you for re-upping to the bums. You're wholesome, bro. 7 months. Wow. I feel like he just came in the other day.
Yes, but time is moving very weirdly. This year flew by.
Yeah. That's fair. Welcome. A bunch of music notes. A bunch of dancing. You might need to add Goku T23 Dragon Ball Daima review to your list. Rip Mike, he didn't need the money. Yeah, that money is
It must have been nice.
The fight was rigged. I wanted the first round knockout. It was boring. Mike Tyson said he wanted to do it for the family for money, but he is so damn rich. Jake team put limitation on Mike. I didn't watch it. Wasn't worth my time. He have a net worth of 10 million. Mike gotta be worth more than that. Jake wouldn't have won in a fair fight. While you have raccoon membership, anybody that's a member after a certain amount of time gets raccoons. If you know the joke, you know the joke.
If not, well, fake fan.
My mom, hey, what's up? More Dragon Ball. Look at this.
I can just take that away now. And just do it on the fly.
This iconic in between them. Like, what are we doing? Trig wants that clout. Triggered need to raise debate to stay relevant. Oh wow, we're way past the time. All right. I wish more people made Gintama review. Gintama, from what I hear, is very good. That's probably going to be the next thing I read when I'm all caught up in Undead Unlock. I am 20 chapters behind in that. I love that series.
Like I said before, the mangaka of Scat Dance, Tsunohara Kenta, was an assistant for Gintama and shares a lot of the same things. I read like 150 chapters of it and I liked it. I don't like it as much as Scat Dance, but I think it is very good and very funny. There's your Scat Dance mention and Curtain Down.
What's up, Leo, Gabo, JCJ, Carlos, Sebastian, Jay is gay, Mish, Blaze, Hope, Gene Otaku, Regular J, Priscilla, Meme, Sebastian. I think I said Regular J.
First video that we see is what we're doing.
I'll say Regular J again. Chris, Dutch, Aries, Curry, Master Jinx.
Ivana Neri says, DBZ a timeless classic or overrated?
Joey Jojo. Ivana, I guess. Victory Greymon. Unknown XL. Wow, there's a lot of people. So many emotes. Jerobo.
I just gotta get rid of them. That's all that's gotta happen.
Alola. Dat, love One Piece forever. Magician of D, my bad. Botterman. What the? Who are all y'all? Gabo, you're wholesome, bro. Are we done? Tostinos. Like, what are we doing here? Adrian. Yeah. Hydro. Oh yeah. You're making fun of us. We don't care about subs, dude. I'm telling you, we don't care about subs.
I've seen 3 episodes of Daima, and right now I'm just waiting for the dub.
Mm-hmm.
Because Stephanie and Nadali.
Oh wow, the Timeless Classic was first.
There you go.
There you go. So let's get into it. We are talking about Dragon Ball Z, a timeless classic or overrated by
BigTune.
BigTune. So the Black Mastadonte did the other one.
Not a timeless classic. Definitely overrated.
There you go.
Next video. Description boys. I think everyone considers Dragon
the
Ball
Almighty
Z.
Jew Hansen says, "Bum."
Cool.
I don't know what we did. I think everyone considers Dragon Ball Z to be one of the ghosts of the Shonen Jump, but as times pass, I see more and more people saying that the series is overrated. In this video, I decide whether or not I agree with those statements.
There you
go. This is a Dragon Ball channel.
Mm-hmm.
They have a Dragon Ball icon.
Mm-hmm.
They are... No, there it is. It's both positive and negative.
Okay.
About 3 videos after this, it was exploring the biggest problems in every Dragon Ball Z saga.
Okay.
Exploring the biggest problems in every Dragon Ball Super saga. So they do at least recognize the problems.
All right. So this might be one that's just like, yeah, it is kind of overrated. All right, we might have something here. And like an appetizer. This is the one that's getting cut off. Oh my god. Emotes. Y'all won't stop chatting so I can grab this.
Oh no.
What?
They have a video called The Best.
It's okay to be confused.
And in the thumbnail is Beast Gohan.
No. These are the ones that are getting cut off because of the limit on text. So eventually I'm gonna change some of those DSP ones so there's less. Can y'all stop chatting for like 3 seconds so I can grab this?
I've invested so much money into Dragon Ball merchandise, but I don't consider it a masterpiece at all.
Yeah, you can love it, but like
Gino Taku 91 says,
great.
Is Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball in general is overrated or underrated?
I think it's properly rated by people that look at it in a critical eye. I think they recognize a lot of the problems, but still are able to enjoy what's going on in Dragon Ball. It's the ones that are like, you gotta give it its respect. It's still one of the greatest. I'm like, no, you're not trying to understand.
Also, that TTS.
Oh, bump it up. Yeah, from the end of the last stream. Good call. Dun, dun,
Can you read that last chat real quick?
My name is BG and I am a bum.
Perfect.
Wait, hold on.
Clip it if you'd like. There we are.
That's not what,
we are.
That's not what happened.
Got that clean.
I just wanted to engage with the audience.
Configuration updated successfully.
Alright, let's get into this.
Is Dragon Ball Z becoming overrated? No, but let's give it a little more thought because
He better be saying because it's been overrated.
Because although it seems easy
so
to
what's
give
up?
a direct answer, that's a loaded question. One that I don't think people give enough thought to when it is asked. I mean, for most things, as time passes, people will begin to question the work of art's place in history. And by this point, I think we can all agree that in stature and notoriety alone, Dragon Ball Z is legendary and its place in history in that sense cannot be questioned. But when I hear people's arguments as to why
Aries
Dragon
Queen
Ball...
says, But are you guys forgetting that Dragon Ball was the first and it inspired the colors blue and orange?
Absolutely.
I will say nobody is allowed to use blue and orange.
Ball Z is overrated. It is often based on the overall quality of the story that is Dragon Ball Z. That makes sense.
Okay.
To try and measure how good a story is based on how popular it is childish. If that were the case, then for the last decade and a half, the best movies to come out were the MCU movies, and I am a lifelong Marvel fan. That will never change. But I'd be lying if I said that some of these movies were even good movies, let alone the best.
Oh, I think Miss Marvel was fine.
What was the last time
Captain Marvel was fine.
When was the last time you saw that?
But he put it with Ant-Man and the Wasp. Come on. It's not on that tier. There are other movies that you should be talking about.
These movies were even good.
Thor: The Dark World? You telling me Captain Marvel?
I understand. Vidal's hair is so ugly. Yeah, the super hair is trash.
She became Toriyama woman.
Good movies, let alone the best. So how do we truly determine how good Dragon Ball Z is in detail? I think there are a couple of different ways to start. There are many categories to assess when determining how good a story is, so I'll start with character development.
Before you start with that, let me read all those again.
Different ways to start. There are many categories
plot, pacing,
to assess
dialogue,
when determining
structure, drama,
weird
animation, tone. I don't care about animation.
So I'll start with character development.
Yeah. If this is we've got those two, and their development they were evil and then they started to care about people.
Yeah. They were bad and killed people, and then they were not bad and killed less people.
Mm-hmm. He forgot to put in paneling.
Tone is either here or there. Like, it's truly nothing. Yeah, whatever.
Although Dragon Ball Z is a shonen story, which we know have the usual tropes, many of the standouts excel when it comes to character development, and I don't think Dragon Ball Z is any different. Now, people love to bring up Goku and how from start to finish, he doesn't really change as a person. And I agree. But
I disagree. Goku as a kid is way different than Goku as an adult. Even just the whole I'm terrified of Gohan being with this dude is way different than the kid Gohan, or even what we see from later pieces of Goku.
Does that mean Dragon Ball Z is lacking when it comes to character development? I don't think so.
Yes, it is. You're gonna name the 2 or 3 characters out of the cast of like 13 characters that went through it.
And I don't think that that's enough to be like, and see, therefore it should be considered good. If you can name 2 characters whose entire thing was, I was evil due to my circumstances, and now I am no longer evil.
Let's say that you rate character development out of 100. You have 2 characters. Let's just say you're rating those 2 characters as a 90. If you take the other 10 characters and give them 20s, it doesn't really balance out. Dwight Race, this is not the time. Come back in like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
DSP time. No big up chat.
But there was also not as overt development like Krillin. Krillin started off as very selfish in the beginning.
Yes.
He's just like, I just want to train, and then he stopped being that. So that is something. But
even something like Gohan, where you don't necessarily have a catalyst or a thing that changes you. It's just you're growing older, so you're gonna change as a person.
But I don't think that, again, character development just means nothing to me in terms of a story. If your characters are stagnant and they're meant to be stagnant, then they're just going to be stagnant. Somebody like Natsu doesn't change too much. And when I go, oh, Natsu sucks, I don't even think Natsu sucks, really. But I wouldn't be like, Natsu sucks because he doesn't develop. I wouldn't be like, Lucy sucks because she doesn't develop. Development just doesn't mean too much to me.
Yes. Are we still getting a Corey month? We are getting a Corey video.
Yes, we are.
That's about it.
DSP now? We can't.
We can't.
I mean, we can, but we can't.
If we talk about DSP now for even 15 minutes, we're going to talk about DSP for 15 hours.
Because that politics stream. Woof.
A character doesn't have to change to be good, really. Absolutely not. And I think character development is really starting to get overrated in people's eyes, and that we need characters to change more from what they were, as opposed to just, hey, we're learning more about these characters, and that in and of itself is the development.
Especially when it
says, Character development is one of those Twitter words that people use to measure anime that doesn't mean anything like female cast.
Legitimately.
Yeah. It's just they want overt change, and that's sure that can be done well, but what if the story doesn't facilitate that? I don't like that Sasuke went, oh man, friends, ugh, and went away from the village. That is development, but it sucks.
Blaze, you do not want to hear about Phil talk about politics.
No, especially food bank stuff.
That food bank one is one of the worst ever. Make Corey experience an entire Last of Us 21.
He watches us, so he knows.
He would absolutely do it.
But we wouldn't.
Kick named Scott Cheetos. He's a light-skinned DSP. Oh, I'll check that out. Because DSP was absolutely getting boring, but I think DSP politics might kick it up a notch. His takes are horrible. He has
wild.
no, you know,
I was just about to say, you can't
get into this.
It's obvious that Goku wasn't meant to develop as a character that way. It's not like Toriyama wrote the story and made it clear that he was trying to have Goku go through these changes. Goku is a flat character in that way. But I'd go as far as to say that nearly every other character who has significant time in the story...
I was kind of a douche, and I've changed. I was kind of a douche, and I've changed. I was kind of a douche, and I've changed. I was kind of a douche, and I changed. And Trunks.
And for some reason, Trunks is here. But Tien was introduced, and in the same arc, he was just like, dang, sorry I broke your leg. He was like, yeah, we got this rivalry, but honor. When the Crane Hermit was trying to mess with Goku's match, he was just like, no, don't do that, honor. So he's just kind of a douchebag honor man.
Toriyama got one character development AR.
Experience some kind of character development. The two...
Yeah, all characters...
Yeah.
He's defining what he means by character development!
The pillars.
Hold up! Hey, I'm kind of with you, Dwight, on Bulma. She's kind of awful. She's kind of an awful person.
Most obvious are Vegeta and Piccolo. Piccolo went from the childhood...
never mind.
I got my hopes up.
No, it was these are the people that really developed. Cool. But like you said, any character develop, so long as they are in the story, they are gonna develop in some way, shape, or form. Goku in the beginning not knowing what a woman was and then knowing what a woman was is development.
Yeah. Not knowing the difference between genders.
Yeah. So it's not really something that, like, they've gotten some form of development, but these two are the obvious, super obvious, they were evil, just straight up, just like, okay, world domination, killing people, and now they're not. And I don't, again, if you're just going, these two are the pillars, and they have essentially the same thing of evil into good, and Vegeta's makes no, we constantly talk about this. It is a time skip. He is still the same. It was just like, no, but you are good though, Goku, Kakarot. I'm like, whoa. Was Trunks a jerk? I don't know what he means by Trunks. Maybe that's why he was so small in there. It was just like, well, he's gotten some form of development.
Character who Goku had killed, whose literal purpose for a while was to kill Goku. But over time, not only does Piccolo become the main...
DGMR says, I became one thing and became the other. That somehow counts as development.
Yeah, that somehow counts as a pillar of development.
Static characters can always be good. Luffy, for example. Yeah. Even Luffy has some character development, some changes within his personality and who he is as a person. But yeah, for the most part, there's no issue with static characters. There's no issue with characters that change.
Yeah. Like I said, when I'm talking about a series and what I like about it and my favorite things about it, development is not. I just don't talk about that because it's just not something I necessarily care about. And here, yes, they did develop, and I wouldn't go, it has development, so it's good. I would talk about the development. He's talking about the development, but the Vegeta development is very bad.
Oh yeah, Kid Trunks was a douchebag. We're talking future Trunks. Was he a douche?
And this is also Piccolo's second arc. So he is evil. I'm gonna destroy, but it still has to be put in the frame of this is a legal sanctioned competitive facility that I'm going into. I'm going to follow all the rules.
I got knocked out the ring, so clearly I lost. The Earth is saved.
Goku gave him a sensu bean, and he wasn't just like, all right, round 2. He was just like, all right. He could have easily just went, kill Krillin. He could have killed Krillin, but there's still that. He is not 100% evil when you think about it like that. He still has the plans for world domination, but what does he do? He just goes out into the forest and just trains. He's not killing people. He's not, I'm going to say absorbing people. That's not what he does, but yeah, it's just.
Simp time.
I can't really say that because Demon King Piccolo, he was just like, thank you, Dragon. I got what I wanted, and now you
Master
die.
Jinx says, I don't see how people can act like Dragon Ball is something amazing and so special when half the series that came out before it was better.
Yeah,
This is awful.
We don't know yet. All right.
Dragon Instinct Goku. Dragon Instinct Goku. Dragon Instinct
Goku.
Can y'all name the 3 P's for Aries? Thank you for the super chat, Dominic Goat.
Promise, progression, payoff.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's.
I'm gonna say that with confidence, and I hope that it's correct.
Piss, feet, pee.
Caretaker of his former enemy's son, but he also grows to make friends, take on characters who would try to harm the innocent, and even fusing with his other half who was good in every sense of the word. Piccolo did an entire 180 from when he was introduced.
See, and that's why y'all think it's the pillars of character development. What's up, Fighting Gimmick? They were at a spot and then they turned around on that spot, and because of that, great character development. But you're not even looking at the mechanizations of how they develop. Like Piccolo, you can understand. He's finally having to take care of a person, and he's grown to love it. And Gorillas in the Forest will thing
attached to
an abandoned baby or something. That means nothing. Foster kittens will attach to a dog.
Simp time.
So you can see that Vegeta was bad, knocked up a woman, was still kind of a douche.
No, he was not still kind of a douche. Bulma's and Trunks's baby Trunks's ship had gotten shot down or something like that. They were going to.
Simp time.
And Vegeta just didn't save him, and future Trunks saved him. It was like, Vegeta, why? That's your wife and child. He's like, I don't care.
Yeah. So still there. 7 years later, he's willing to get taken over.
Stop. Pull it back. He goes into the hyperbolic time chamber with his son. We don't know what happens there. He comes out of it caring for his son when he dies.
Yeah, as his possession. Then 7 years later, after saying I'm done fighting, is training and gives
Suck my dick. That's my request
gives
to
up
you.
that whole thing to fight Goku. Let somebody take over his body, even though it means the end of the earth. Kills a bunch of people.
Kills a bunch of people.
And then sacrifices himself. When did he turn good?
When he went, dang, Goku, you are the one. You are him.
You is him.
Yeah, and then he goes to help save the world.
Vegeta's introduction, I think it is safe to say that he was arrogant, did not care for anyone but himself.
Whoa, what is that? What is that? Scouter!
What's your...
Whoa!
It's not even on his eye. Like, he has to look from the side. But you're basically describing who Vegeta is until basically the end of Boo.
Bulma still forgave him. We never got an on-screen conversation about him killing a lot of people.
She basically went, that's not the Vegeta I know. He wouldn't do that. Or something like that.
I think it is safe to say that he was arrogant, did not...
Says, why does Toei Animation always have this pastel shitty rushed look to it?
There's some that's really bad. But his ear is huge. His ear is always pretty big. This is just off model. Animation, it just gets shipped out to different studios and stuff. So sometimes this studio has a particular style where they make the head bigger and the neck smaller or whatever it has. And this is just this studio's particular style. I don't think it is necessarily fair to blame Toei, but if you do, you do. Animation and stuff is not really my wheelhouse.
Care for anyone but himself and had no problem committing evil acts if it served his end goal.
That's Boo. That's during the Boo saga.
Mm-hmm.
When does he change?
Mm-hmm. In the Boo saga, where he sacrifices himself.
Then we gotta...
Well, by the end of Dragon Ball Z, he's still arrogant. But he also started a family that he looked...
No!
No. He's showing the end of Z family with Bra. Yeah, now he's really big changed, huh? Right?
Deeply and made one of the greatest sacrifices in the Dragon Ball franchise.
It was not.
I think it was because there's only like 4 sacrifices in all of Dragon Ball. Goku and Raditz.
Master Roshi.
Uh,
Fuba.
Piccolo knocking Goku away in Frieza. Piccolo with Gohan. This.
I mean, if you've got 5 pops and one of them is a Storm Ray, one of them's RC Cola, I guess RC Cola is one of the best by way of there's not being too many. That's like 20 years after he's introduced. Nah. Does TN count?
Half a dozen.
He named them in the they've gotten development.
His development was more gradual.
Oh yeah, Goku and Cell.
Goku and Cell? What do you?
Goku sacrificed instant transmission.
Okay, yep. Good call. So we've got 6.
I think that's the best one because really, when you think about it, the Boo thing is just a replay of that. Of this is my fault that this happened because of my arrogance.
It wasn't even my arrogance with Goku. It was I'll take responsibility for my son's because I tried to put the weight on him. As opposed to Vegeta, I did this. I am the cause of this. Completely, 100%. I'll kill myself fix it.
But he also gave Cell the Sensu Bean.
But that was to help facilitate Gohan's thing, and
sure.
it did work. And if Gohan wasn't such a douchebag in that moment and won, there would be no issue.
But there is power scaling argument
about my God!
The strength of because full power Goku.
Yes, please explain this to me.
Normal Cell. Goku was surprised by normal Cell's power. When he was enough to be tired that he needed a Sensu Bean, and Gohan was just like, oh, they're not even trying. So you could say that a tired Cell like that would be weaker than a full power Gohan. So if the fight were to progress as it should have,
yeah, sip time.
Dude, I forgot about Chaozu. He did nothing.
Oh no! Oh yeah, no, that was just he did nothing and died and was forgotten.
That's why he sucked. Tien, I do this for you, and it's this big sweeping,
and it's just smoke and it just dissipates, and you're just like, what the f was that? That was
y'all thought that was gonna do something? Dang!
Oh.
Can't believe he killed himself for that. I couldn't be me. 16 kinda.
I mean, not really, because he was already just ahead. He was going to sacrifice himself, but that would have also killed everyone in the area. So, 6 of one happened doesn't the other.
Piccolo's, with each passing arc, Vegeta would do something that showed he was changing as a person, but there will always be
what
those.
Would he do?
Cry?
I believe that Bulma thing was a filler.
I believe so.
So
as well.
I don't think that should count. And he was on his deathbed going, I couldn't avenge the Saiyan people, so you do it.
Somebody has to, and I guess that's gonna be you.
I don't think that's really.
And then when he came back, I don't know if that's filler where he
was
came.
Filler.
Okay, then I don't care.
Do something that showed he was changing as a person, but there will always be those moments that will remind.
And there's always regression after each arc. Respect for Chaozu. Get out of here. Ooh.
The audience that he's not totally on the other side of the line just yet. But during the Buu saga, Toriyama completes Vegeta's transformation to a good person. It is seen through his actions, but
No. He just never did another evil act.
Yes.
Because you could feel like he completed it with the whole after the time skip, the 7 years where he's playing with Trunks and just like, I'll take you to the park and all this stuff, and he feels like a changed person until he goes evil.
You can feel like he completed that not evil anymore character arc when he put on the pink shirt, because he could easily kill everybody there, but he doesn't.
You could feel like it after the Trunks thing where he says goodbye to him. And it's just like, no, my son, and blah, 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 blah. And if he never committed another evil act. It's just that he never did another evil thing.
But what facilitated the change? We have to talk about that. And it's just nothing. Nothing in the series just goes, this is why he changed. We talked about this before, but he was upset when Trunks got shot through the chest. Makes no sense, but that happened, so we need to talk about it. And then 7 years later, he goes, I've never held you since you were a baby, Trunks. Why not? You could just be like, when he's having his inner monologue, he could have been like, I wish I was like you, Kakarot, so carefree. People want to be around you. You want to be around people. I could never let my guard down like that. I could never show people that I cared in the way that you do. Training with my son, that is the way that I show that I care. But you, when the first time you saw your son, you were hugging, they were hugging, you were both happy. He knows nothing about you, but your aura is so good that you just attract people like that. I wish I was like that. I can only show affection in my way. That would have been something. But what did he say when Goku was the best? Dang, you sure can't fight. That muff got them hands.
And then while he's saying that while Goku's Super Saiyan 3, and then he falls out like 2 minutes later. My GT is really weird. I enjoy a lot of it, and some of it is like amongst the worst Dragon Ball you'll ever watch.
But it is also blatantly stated within the story. Before Vegeta sacrifices his life against Majin Buu, he has this pretty depressing conversation with Piccolo, and he asks him what will happen to him after he dies. And out of respect for Vegeta...
It's not depressing! He just killed a bunch of people! You don't deserve a Halo? What the
Oh yeah, and we always have to look at this in the lens of, there are two sets of Dragon Balls. You can't make the wish the same time. Okay, but you can bring people back in bulk. So you could just be like, everybody who died today, that was not a part of Bobity's crew, bring them back. Or you can word it better because he is technically part of Bobity's crew. Who wasn't a part of Bobity's crew a day ago or something like. You can word it in a way to bring him back. But this is more suited in a show where it's just like, in 30 chapters, he won't be back. This is super double triple dad. And Dragon Ball just plays that card so many times because it was just like, oh, don't say Krillin's name. He can't be wished back again. So he's super double triple dad. 30 chapters later, he's back. No problems.
Was 100% honest with him, telling Vegeta that he won't be given the same luxuries as when Goku died. Because of how evil he was during his life, Vegeta's soul would be purified and his memories would be erased. So in the eyes of the universe, before fighting Majin Buu, Vegeta was evil. But in the fight against Kid Buu, Dende asked Porunga to wish back all of those who were killed after Babidi came to Earth, excluding those that are evil. And I'm sure you know, Vegeta was brought back to life with it.
That sounds like bullshit.
And now we just have to accept he is good.
Because, well, I've never heard that memory erasure shit, but he killed a bunch of people, died himself, came back and fought the
expressed no regret
or no remorse, came back and fought the big bad, and then they went, I guess you're not one of the evil ones. Well, I would have to ask the dragon, what qualifies as evil in your mind?
Why did you bring him back in particular? Because are you omnipotent where you saw all the things that happened in the other world and you were in your balls? So did you see him fighting and just going, all right, we'll be Vegito, and then in the other world where he's trying to help get the energy to the Goku, and did you see all of that? Or is this just an omnipotent force that you just exude, where you just go, this is good aura, and you have the good aura?
Is it vibes? Are you operating on vibes, Shinron?
Because Deborah was sent to heaven. Well, that filler. Yeah, filler. Of course. I can't even say that. It's filler.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just very weird when you think about it. Like, oh, so I guess he is just considered to be good now for some reason.
He was mad that Goku held back when he came back. Like, what is the good of Vegeta? Well, it wasn't even like bring all the good people back. It's If it is bring all the good people back, it's even worse. But if it's don't bring back anybody evil, I can't see how Vegeta isn't evil.
Go back. It was on the page.
Stupid.
Why is he looking at his hands? Like
Aries Queen says,
what changes with his hands?
In GT, Vegeta is at least trying to see how strong he can become for himself instead of running after
that
Goku.
was one of the things
unlike
where he
in
was just
Super.
like, I'm done chasing after Kakarot. It's just about how strong can I be personally. I just want to test my limits. And it's like, okay, that is good development.
Yeah. You're past trying to chase somebody.
And we see how he got to that point of, okay, he is better than me, so whatever. I just want to get stronger for me.
Excluding those who were evil. So can you convert 10 seconds before this wish?
It's like getting it to happen. It's just like, I accept Jesus as my Lord and Savior. Beep. Yeah, and then Jesus is like, welcome, brother. I got you. I pulled a fast one on you, Jesus.
Because we're evil. So I guess in their mind, Vegeta is no longer evil at this point in time.
Based upon his whatever actions. But was
Vegeta's fine as a character. I'd rate him like a 7.5. I like him. I don't love him, but I definitely like Vegeta.
Freaking Pui Pui. Was he evil before being taken over by Babidi? He had to be because he wasn't wished back.
Is Deborah evil? You know, king of the demon realm and all of that, but is he evil?
I don't think there's anything in Daima that says so yet, from what I've seen.
So did he come back?
No. Or yes. No, he's not in Daima. Questionable canonicity, but whatever. Not even questionable canonicity because
Vegeta gets all 72 virgins despite every war crime he does.
They go, you're gonna be turned into a soul and memory purified, but then he dies and they're just like, yeah, we're just gonna keep you over here
Gino
just in
Taku
case.
91 says, what about Android 18? Didn't she start as an evil character that killed many innocent lives to being a wife to Krillin and being a mother to her daughter?
That is difficult to say because in the current timeline, they killed no one.
Was the shopping for clothes?
That was in Future Trunks timeline.
No. She's. Are you sure where she
100%
gets
sure.
her clothing and then 17?
That was Future Trunks.
Okay, yeah. Then I don't think they killed anybody.
No, they did not kill anyone. You could just say that their mission was complete and they had nothing else to do in the future timeline, so they just did whatever they wanted because they were the strongest, so that's why they were evil. They could have done that when in the current timeline, but we have no evidence.
I mean, they killed Jiro, but that's not necessarily that's an evil guy they're killing.
That's an evil guy killing an evil guy, so if Daima is canon, then Super is not, which is a good thing in my opinion. Yeah, there's a line in Daima where Supreme Kai is just like, yep, Goku is the strongest in the universe as far as I know. It's like, well, you know Beerus, so what are you talking about? But there's also another line where they talk about how this is Universe 7, so
they stole stuff. Does stealing stuff make you evil?
I mean, they don't have money, so
I just wonder.
But they don't need the clothes. It was just like, we want the clothes.
Does stealing stuff in the eyes of Shinron make you evil?
He has to judge because Boo did the planet extinction thing. Mm-hmm. He has to judge billions of people.
Of course,
he's yada-yadaing over a couple of them.
That line has to be extreme.
For that day, were there factually no pedophiles and murderers on Earth?
Is that evil to him?
What?
Would they come back? Because pedophilia, at least, is a whole morality type of thing. You can, everyone knows killing is wrong. Everybody don't know about them kids, unfortunately. Unfortunately!
And like you said, it's a morality thing, so somebody could be seeing what they're doing is not evil, just justified.
Yeah, is it the eyes of what the person is doing? Because are two people at war and one kills the other, mm-hmm. Are they evil because of what they're doing? Which is kind of defending themselves, but even if they're the aggressor, mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't think that it's just clear cut as evil. Dragon Ball Toriyama.
And I guess that's why Vegeta can come back. Please clap.
Sebastian says, we all know Da is not being revived because of what he did to those kids in 1955.
1955? Mike, how old do you think I am? Wait a sec. Hey, DA, why didn't you say anything about the kids? Well, we can address that in a second, but it's number one. I ain't that old. Ain't nothing happened in 1955. That can encompass everything. Well, things did happen, but not... Grandfather was alive, and his name is the same as mine, so...
Yes.
Was brought back to life with this wish. There's also Gohan's development, which I think was the main overarching storyline through the Cell saga. But even characters like
so just purely based on the fact that he was wished back, that means that he's good.
Yeah.
That's not just good enough. My whole thing is, what is the development? It's if you just go some super murderers, I'm super murderer, and then he finds a penny on the ground, picks it up, and just goes, I don't want to be a murderer anymore. That is development, but that's bullshit development because it doesn't. There's no correlation between why he stopped murdering.
It wasn't like the penny reminded him of something in his childhood that his mom said that he had forgotten for so long, and now blah blah. No, it's just penny done.
Bardock didn't kill Granola and his family because he was just like, I got a wife and kid. I'll kill everybody else, but not you two. What? Evil? Question mark? Shinron, what's your judgment? Thumbs up, thumbs. Imagine if a huge blast comes through this bit and kills both of us, and then
Shinron is sitting there with a thumbs up, thumbs down, judging like in American Idol. Just like, it's gonna be a no from me, dog. You're going to have it.
He just looks at me, thumbs down. You look at me like, what the f did he do? As I'm just...
Yeah, you gotta make the long trek down to hell while all these people are judging you like,
what the f did...
Shinron letting up back serial killers. I don't know what you did.
What did DA do? What? You just come back and it's like, all right, DA, revisit it. It's like, he didn't come back.
Vegeta, you may kill innocent civilians, but I still fuck with you, homie Shenron.
Yeah, legitimately, it's in him, it's King Yama, and it's King Kai, just like a panel of three. Who comes back?
Because we have to accept some form of omnipotence, because he would have had to see all the stuff that happened in the Supreme Kai realm. He would have had... Dende was still alive. So maybe... Is Dende omnipotent? Can he see everything that's going on? And then he just
Kami, I believe he has to, because Boo just walks around and sees everybody that's on Earth right now. So somebody with the god powers,
but that you could say that he's simply sensing them.
But even then, I don't know, because there are times where Goku couldn't even sense anybody on Earth. He couldn't until somebody gave a big enough power level. Sure. It might just be that some people don't have enough. He was
super far away.
No, and Goku and this is more super. Goku got shot through the heart because he couldn't sense the dude.
And you're to blame. Yeah, I don't know. That was Purunga. This was Purunga, not Shenron. Well, that just raises further questions. That's worse. Oh no! Wait a second.
What is an evil Namekian? Cell Saga was kind of mid. Gohan did nothing till Cell and interacts with no one but Goku and Piccolo mostly. Even Goku gives one fight before being benched to a comeback in the final parts of the arc.
Now the argument just becomes even more complicated because I'm just like, Dende could have been like, okay, I see all the things that Vegeta is doing.
Yeah.
But
it's the Namekian dragon.
Come on.
Who Vegeta killed like 80% of their planet.
Come on.
Yin, Yamcha, Future Trunks, and Krillin all changed drastically as characters.
See, that's the thing. Character development is not just about changing drastically. People need to understand this point. That neck on Tien.
And Goku was the conduit for that change. Now, stories like Naruto and One Piece have creators who have publicly praised Akira Toriyama for his work with Dragon Ball multiple times.
And?
Yeah, that means nothing to me.
Even though many people say that these stories are better. And one thing that both Naruto and One Piece handle very, very well is world building. For Naruto, I think it's amazing that the
Sebastian
story...
says, a relevant question, but what's your opinion on the anime version of Thousand Year Blood War? It's still bad, but I think it is significantly better than the manga.
I haven't watched it. I don't like the colors. It's too much.
I will be watching it when it's all completed.
Not the manga connections as an argument. You don't do it to them.
Stocks are nosediving. Naruto and world building in the
crazy, and especially in the same sentence as One Piece.
Very well is world building. For Naruto, I think it's amazing that the story does such a great job of developing each village and how they all have their own identities.
Oh, you
no,
don't
their
know
identity is you are a sand village in the sand.
And there's a
you
lot
are
of sand
a rain
around.
village in the rain.
And it's raining a lot.
That's not developing the village. They're just putting them in a location and telling you what their deal is.
It's establishing it. The sand village is very sandy.
I forgot all about the sand sandwich. Dude, how much do we do?
It's a lot.
I forgot all about sand sandwich.
There have even been what are essentially world wars over disputes between villages.
Yeah. I guess these things did happen. Okay. Is that enough?
The cloud ones are the black ones. They stay over there from the not black ones.
Someone said the
Divine
Namikaze
Instinct
clan
Goku,
question mark.
Ultra Essence Goku, true Divine Essence Goku.
If the best writer in the world praised the worst writer in the world, that doesn't change anything. Thank you for the super chat, Master Jinx. Yeah, it's literally just, hey, these are some of the most well-regarded series, and their creators love this series, so clearly this series must do something.
Hey, I read this when I was a child, and I have a fond opinion of it. Okay.
If I were to start creating at 12, I might have thought the same thing with the Toriyama thing and Dragon Ball. If I started creating at like 17, I might have thought about it with Kishimoto and Naruto.
Yeah, Oda 6, so yeah, we saw that.
I didn't see that. What's going on?
No, he's 6, so no chapter.
Until...
I think it's a week or might be 2 weeks.
Just take the rest of the year off.
No.
Yeah, just take the rest of the year off. You're good. Don't worry about it.
You know, Pizza Hut recommends my rusty homemade food, so that's the argument.
Yeah, I'm sure a chef, and as far as fast food pizzas would recommend like a Domino's. What does that mean? I just watched a video on a bunch of chefs trying out frozen pizzas. Just like, hey, I recommend.
I saw that one as well.
Yeah. And it's like, well, I'm sure for the most part they wouldn't be like, eat a frozen pizza. Yeah. They would just go, if you want a frozen pizza, this one's pretty good.
If you've watched or read the whole story, then it is impossible to not know many of the characters outside of the Leaf Village. Of course,
knowing the characters is not world building, dude.
And if you're using that to build up and bolster Dragon Ball, and just like this is world building, I don't think that's... Because it's just, you know characters. Well, what show do you not know characters with? If they have a character, then you know what the character is.
Konoha is the base of the series,
some
but much of the
that are good.
Story lies outside of those borders. And this is even more so the case for One Piece. Outside of maybe Avatar: The Last Airbender, I don't know about a series that has handled world building quite like One Piece. Every single stop Luffy makes, whether it is your run-of-the-mill island, or a prison, or naval base, or even a kingdom made of sweets, you are going to get some next level world building. We're going to be introduced to a bunch of new characters and backstories for why they act that way. There's going to be some type of conflict that helps move Luffy forward.
No, you've already missed the world building aspect of it. It's what what they do in terms of the world that they inhabit, the island that they inhabit, that makes it world building. Not every place governs the same way. Water 7, look at the way they travel in Water 7 and look at the way they travel in Alabasta. That's world building.
And then about half of the time, Luffy and his crew learn that a specific location is crucial to the makeup of the entire world. Does Dragon Ball Z go that far? No, but it wasn't bad either.
I think that it is bad.
Yeah. You can't say, hey, these are amongst the greatest I've ever seen, and Dragon Ball is not that, but it's not bad. There's so much area in between not bad and the greatest I've ever seen.
The country, province, island, whatever that they're on. What's it called? We know Capsule City, East City, whatever, but what's the province called? What is it called?
This is not our Earth, so they're not in Japan, quote unquote.
Fish and Soul Society. We can't talk about fish.
No, I remember that one. There's fish. There can't be fish.
Imagine telling the people who read Dragon Ball back in the 1980s that by the end of the story, Goku would not only go to space, but that he'd escape an exploding planet, become friends with the god of the universe, and spend more time in the story dead than alive.
I would definitely think he would be friends with the god of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, that Goku, that sounds about right.
And I don't think he spent more time nitpicking.
Jay
he
says,
was not more
just to let you know, Vegetate23 made his own tournament of Vegeta.
Oh
No.
yeah, we saw that.
No.
It was in the Discord.
No.
It's something. It is.
No. Are we gonna have to check that out after we're done here? Just a smidge.
I think that it's worth checking out a smidge.
We'll check out a smidge of that.
But again, this is just they do go to the other world. Okay.
I mean, even
this
in
is the
Dragon
God
Ball,
realm.
he knew about Baba and the other world and stuff. It was already expanded past, hey, we're just here.
And there's another video that was just like, it was from Yumasuke that we were looking at. It was just like, this is not simply enough to just be like, hey, here it is.
Here's some locations.
Because we've got Snake Way, we got King Kai's planet. What else is there in Otherworld? Because the tournament that's filler.
The Hall for Infinite Losers is filler.
That is filler.
Hell. Snake Princess is filler.
Heaven is filler. Dragon Ball has dinosaurs, never explained it. Dragon Ball has animal people, never explained it. Somebody didn't play Kakarot. Because they showed it, explained it there.
That person will look at you like you're crazy, but that just goes to show how good Dragon Ball Z is when it comes to world building. Because
I don't think that going to space and there being a location where dead people are and the main character being dead and going there, I don't think that that's enough. The realm of the gods, what is the realm of God? It is a planet. How is that planet any different than King Kai's planet? What is it? It's just another location.
Yeah.
It's not anything special. He didn't have to get any special permissions to be there, to leave, to nothing. It is just a place. And you just call the realm of gods. We didn't know about these gods until just right now. So what does it matter that he goes there? It's not a big ceremony that he goes there. It's not something that he accomplished. Goku, you are of this strength. You are so good that we invite you here. No, it was just like, somebody needs to train with the Z sword in order to beat in Boo, so it's gotta be your son. And then you just went, hey, my son's over there. And you went there. That means nothing. And it's just a town.
Sai is attacking Ginger Town, wherever the hell that is.
Wherever. Northville, West City. Oh, great.
Because none of that really seems out of place, even though it is so far out of the original scope that Dragon Ball started with. Is it to the same level as One Piece, where literally the entire globe is explored deeply? No. It isn't even Naruto, where villages and their histories are explored in depth. But
what is the history of the Sand Village, which is our number 2 village?
What?
Could not begin to tell you. Sir.
It's so not fleshed out that Oro made a whole fake village and they just accepted it. And we accepted it because we can't be like, hey, Sound Village isn't on the list of it. It's just like, well, I guess there's a village hidden in the sound. They got a headband, ain't they?
I have no issue with retcons as a storytelling device as long as the retcon itself isn't stupid. Mm-hmm. Because, oh, you thought a thing, but then it was actually this other thing. It's technically a retcon. Depending on how they do it, it can be perfectly fine.
The world of One Piece is never called Earth or anything. I don't think that it is. It may be, but I don't think that it is. It seems like it would be weird if it was, because there's so many different islands and stuff.
And there's so much water.
There's a calculation that is just like,
oh yeah, Simp time.
The One Piece. the One Piece world, if it was our world, would be 3 or 4 times the actual, based upon like they were just like, hey, Alabasta, to get here to here, it takes this long, it's this many miles, and it's just like, this is an island that's this big, so if we compare that to all these other islands, and there's so many different islands that it would have to facilitate it being 3 or 4 times the size of Earth. I've been watching too many things. There was a power scaling video, as a matter of fact.
Dragon Ball was a blueprint for both of those stories, and they wouldn't exist without it. We're not going to have the animation conversation because it
was about the fact that Whitebeard was said to be able to destroy the world, and they were trying to power scale him against somebody else in another series. So it was just like, this person could destroy the world, but it's like, okay, but the One Piece world is bigger, so that means that he can destroy a bigger part of it. So that means that he's 2 or 3 times stronger than this other person that can destroy their world, which is roughly the size of Earth.
So where villages and their histories are explored in depth. But Dragon Ball was a blueprint for both of those stories, and they wouldn't exist without it.
Yes.
Influenced by Thing! I do not care!
Oh, hell no. So that means that it is not a timeless classic because it influenced other things. Thank you and good night.
Again, how far do we have to go back? 3 generations from now, the things that are influenced by Naruto and One Piece and Bleach and all these things that were influenced by Dragon Ball, we're gonna go, that thing was influenced by the thing before that was influenced by One Piece. Then do we go, but that was influenced by Dragon Ball. And that's where it stops.
Dragon Ball is terrible. They had martial arts tournaments where people used beam techniques all the time with large amounts of eyewitnesses, but then people believe Mr. Satan.
That is kind of weird, where a dude turned into a giant monkey. And they just went, oh,
I guess that's what happens.
No, that is light shows.
They saw somebody blow up the moon.
Yeah. And,
this is awful. We're not going to have the animation conversation because it isn't fair. Dragon Ball Z was great for its time. Of course, technology and methods have gotten better, so the animation as a whole is of a higher quality more often in the modern era. But that actually brings me to an important point in this whole conversation. I don't think it is fair to compare most things across eras, especially when the capabilities of the artists, writers, and animation studios have drastically changed.
I think, if you're talking purely about animation, there's an argument to be made there. Because 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, I think that Spider-Verse is still going to be up there as one of the best looking things out there. Mm-hmm. So, are we talking about all things?
But see, that's the thing. You don't. Like I said. Also, keep in mind. Also,
but this is an argument again. In animation, I don't really care about animation, so it's not just like if I have to make an argument, then I can make this argument.
Properly compare anything, you need a common frame of reference, and not having one leads to people saying that one entire series is better than another one, when instead, I think it makes more sense to say that you just like one series more than the other. Of course, there are smart comparisons, and then there are just flat out dumb ones. I don't think that comparing Dragon Ball Z and Fairy Tail makes as much sense in an overrated conversation, because Dragon Ball Z was the #1 shonen of its era. Fairy Tail never was.
So?
Yeah, I think that is... If you're talking about fair to compare them...
Man says, every piece of media is dated. Don't mean it's a bad thing.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just I played Resident Evil, the original Resident Evil, like 20 years after it came out, and I loved it.
But you're talking about like which one is more overrated, so it's not fair to compare them in that way? Because
here's the thing. If people rate Fairy Tail an 8 and the populace as a whole think it's a 6 or a 4, that's overrated. If people think Dragon Ball is a 9 and the populace as a whole thinks it's a 5 or a 6, that's overrated. It is fair to say both are overrated. They're just overrated in different ways. It doesn't matter if it's the #1 show. What are people rating it? What do people think about it? I think people think too highly about this thing. As such, they rate it higher than it should. He said popularity doesn't equal good. What the is this?
Obvious reasons. Obvious reasons.
There are books written hundreds of years ago that are better than books written today. You can compare stories from any time period. Thank you for Super Chat, Master Jinx. The only thing you can't compare is like page quality, because the pages might feel better now. And animation is just that type of fluff where it's what's up.
Well, this doesn't make any sense at all. Thank
you for the Super Chat, Master Jinx.
With a score of 8.9, with almost 900,000 users rating it. Dragon Ball Z is ranked as the 399th best in MyAnimeLists. Mm-hmm. Now we go over to Fairy Tail with a 7.57 scored by over 1 million people.
That's going to be haters as well, though.
16, yes. But Dragon Ball has its haters.
But I don't think the haters are nearly as much as Fairy Tail. Everyone agrees that Fairy Tail is the poo-poo shonen. So there's going to be a lot of 1 stars, 2 stars, 3 stars.
Not as many as you would think.
Wow, that is really not as many as I would think.
It's a lot of 7s. Okay. Yeah, and 8 is prevalent the most for Dragon Ball.
So they're both overrated in people's eyes. What's the difference?
Yeah, it's...
If someone thinks both series are a 4, technically Dragon Ball is more overrated, but it's still overrated. My 4 is in there for both of them.
Fairy Tail wasn't even top 3. There's a set of 3 stories that people acknowledge as the dominant stories in the generation after Dragon Ball.
No, you're talking about the big 3, and it's not about the stories. It's about what they were in their place in history. Fairy Tail came after them. It doesn't count like that. Shut the f up.
But comparing Attack on Titan and Dragon Ball makes a little more sense. Although I wouldn't have an overrated conversation because they are so different in subject matter and tone.
That doesn't matter! Is this series overrated?
Why can you compare those two? Is it because Attack on Titan was #1? But it was #1 for, let's say, a couple years, as opposed to Dragon Ball being #1 for like 8-9 years. Is that, what are we...
Both series are perceived by many to be the best of their time. So we have world building, character development, animation, filler. I could go on and on about the difference.
You didn't mention filler at all.
Is between Dragon Ball Z and newer stories, and why they should not be used as parameters for a fair comparison. But
screw the comparison. What is Dragon Ball in itself? Bad. Even if you want to use it as a comparison, because you are going to compare intrinsically. If you know enough material, you're gonna go, hey, this isn't as good as this thing. Read the mangas. You can knock out the animation and the filler. You're left with the story.
Wrap it up, guys. No point in calling everything overrated when it came out at different periods of time.
Thing that does not change, no matter how much time passes, is emotion. I'm not a philosopher.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I apologize. I was thinking the timelessness of storytelling and good versus evil and the 3-act structure. Terribly sorry on my part. I was thinking with the head instead of the heart. I'm stupid.
Yeah, you're the problem.
I'm the problem with thinking that it was just like, okay, well, I see where you're going with this. One thing that doesn't change, emotions absolutely change. I almost cried over Jesus Majin's sacrifice when I was a kid. It makes no sense to me as an adult. So I think it does change quite a lot about how we feel. Unless you're talking about the emotions within the story and that bleeds into storytelling. I don't know.
But even then, the emotions are going to change because let's say you still were in that, oh, this makes me cry thing. You're not going to cry the third time. You know what's coming. You know what it is.
Or it may not be as hard as a cry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's gonna go down each time you watch it. So your emotion is gonna change.
What emotions change all the time? They fade. What is he talking about? How did it make you feel?
Sebastian says, Dandate in EP7 is 200% more emotional than anything in Dragon Ball.
I don't know what episode 7 is because I read the manga.
Emotional resonance, baby.
I'm not a scientist, but since the beginning of time, the human race's range for emotions has not changed. At least I don't think so. People now aren't getting more angry than they did in the 1980s. That's just not how it works. I bring this up because
I would say
I can't say that.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that people weren't more depressed during the Great Depression?
I was just about to say that.
I would assume
that was a pretty Great Depression.
I would assume there were people more depressed.
2020 to 2021. Maybe we hold up our hands and make an argument. But wouldn't people be more angry when
the blacks integrated? when women could vote? When their slaves got freed?
During the Holocaust, of seeing people being treated like this? There is nothing. Well, I guess there is. When you look at like
the 80s
human
is when
atrocities,
violence, crime spiked massively.
I say people are a lot more sarcastic now with the advent of the internet.
Oh, for sure.
There's a lot of just some tragedy happens and it's all just bam right into 9/11.
Or some tragedy happened, it's bam right into memes. But we have lost the ability to really take in the gravity of a situation that just happened.
But like you said, there's no real way to say this. But I would not claim either way that emotions have not spiked. Everybody is always. I would not claim anything of the sort.
Episode 7 is the full backstory of Ghost. Oh, I know which Ghost you're talking about. Okay, because that would be early enough in the series. Yep, it was a good backstory.
A long time ago, I'm not sure exactly which video it was, I said that I don't really get invested into a story until it invokes some kind of emotional reaction out of me. It can be anger, joy, sadness, it doesn't matter.
I don't think I've ever felt a great swell of emotion reading Undead Unluck. I really like the series.
You watching the show or reading the show, wouldn't that be interest? Isn't that curiosity? Wouldn't that be the fact that you got into it in and of itself is an animal? Whatever. It's fine.
And I think we'd all be lying if we said that Dragon Ball Z didn't have some top tier emotional moments.
Yeah, when I was 11.
100% when I was 11.
Now
I'm nitpicking that scene of why didn't the blast go through his chest? Oh, because he aimed high and it hit it didn't go through his chest. Why didn't it go through his legs and hit Gohan? Oh, because it hit his chest. So it would have just gone harmlessly over Gohan's head in that case then. Piccolo was strong enough to just withstand the blast. He wasn't knocked over. He wasn't engulfed by it. Things like that. It's just like, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It is for simply this moment. If he had a big hole through his chest, and again, Gohan is small, so it didn't hit him, that would make sense. But it is a blast that just hit him, and
Unknown
it just
XL
sort of
says,
stayed on him.
Every time I watched Senor Pink's backstory in The Going Mary's Death, I still get emotional.
There you go. You're gonna get emotional, but I didn't really get an overwhelming swell of emotion reading a lot of the things I read, but they're still amongst some of my favorite things. Like Nagatoro. I don't think I felt anything super huge for that.
Yeah, you did when that curtain came down. When they announced that 3 chapters left, baby.
That did piss me off.
I keep saying this, Sket Dance. I want to fly too. Every time I think or say it is goosebumps. So that does get a big emotion out of me. It's it's fine to do this and whatever. I'm not gonna take your feelings away from you. That's not me.
The most emotion I felt in a good moment was the Apothecary Diaries greatness personified.
Put it up.
Just 2 thumbs up.
Just the little wisp smoke Vegeta. Oh man, they're both puppets.
Hey guys, why are you feeling things? It's a cartoon.
The good old argument.
For somebody that doesn't care because it's cartoon, he's
Master
doing
Jinx
a
says,
lot for a debate.
Joy is an emotion, and some series can make me feel that on page 1.
Absolutely. But I'm talking about like a super huge swell of emotions where I'm just like, holy, I felt so sad during this moment. Like even the Kuma backstory, I was like, dang, that's some sad. It's awesome. But that's about as far as it goes for me.
Robot BG. Not feeling anything.
I cried during Coco.
Robot.
Thank you for re-upping to the bum, Isaiah. I need to update the dad pics. We're heading into viewer request month anyway. Questions.
Oh, speaking of which, Is this how you mute?
Yeah.
Mute real quick. And we're back.
Oops, that's the wrong thing.
Just hurling. What? Oh no! I'm muted! Unless you're just memeing. Ah, okay, memeing. Perfect. That just raises further questions. It just makes no sense. And I wish I wasn't been told that it was Paranga. Because surely a Namekian's concept of evil and good would be different.
Yeah, because what do Namekians do on their day-to-day?
It's farming. So wouldn't
farming what? They don't eat
wood and grass for their huts.
I don't think that needs to be a daily activity for an entire...
Thousand Master Swan Slayer says, I got emotional reading Shen versus Feng in Undead Unluck.
Oh, it's so good!
But wouldn't they consider people who kill other beings for food to be evil?
Maybe.
Or would that be a necessity? But it's not a necessity because you could live on plants.
They farm cabbage and lettuce.
I guess that is water-based plants. I think Piccolo said he doesn't need to eat, but he can. I might be making that up.
I could have sworn it was a big feast and they were like, Piccolo, you're not eating. And he went, this is all I need. And it was water.
Could he drink like Kool-Aid? Or would that mess up his inside?
Yeah.
It's a big thing
like
of just like
rotten food to us. Like we could eat it, or even raw food. Like we could even eat it, but there might be a problem.
It's a big thing of don't go to Mexico and drink the water because it will your inside. So.
Yeah,
and that's just over there. This month is on a whole nother planet. Is that fine or
obvious reasons unknown?
Okay, Dende, we don't eat food like this. We just need water. But your village had a field and was growing some kind of vegetables. Those are young hydrenia plants. They're just growing it to make the planet beautiful again.
They don't.
So they plant plants purely for the sake of planting plants and
for aesthetics.
Yes. They say that a long time ago there was a terrible drought came and the Namekians' world was beautiful and full of those flowers, but the forest and most of the Namekians died off and we're growing them to make the planet beautiful again. So that's why they were farming. I don't like
Master Jinx says, if you want to tell me for telling you that it was Parunga, I can accept that.
So what do they do in their day-to-day?
Farm! But there's a warrior clan! What is... I guess to fight off people that might come to the planet to try to harm them?
But how often does that happen? They can't all be always farming. What... If you plant some flowers, what more tending does it need? Daily!
Water it once a day. It's getting its sun.
And there were not
They got like 3 suns!
There are not too many Namekians there, so I guess you could say that they're going off into each patch of Namek and planting. Whatever!
They each got a quadrant that they need to hit.
Does it rain? I don't see why it wouldn't.
There were clouds in the sky. So I have to assume that they would get some water from those clouds sometimes. Nail is the only warrior on the planet?
No, because there were other ones that fought Dodora.
But was that filler?
Oh no. Oh no. Nothing happened on the planet until Frieza showed up. False. There was a drought.
Piccolo's sacrifice for Gohan was super sad. Goku's sacrifice for the Earth. Vegeta dying to Frieza. Vegeta's sacrifice for the Earth.
I don't think Vegeta dying to Frieza was sad because he was actively planning to kill Gohan and Krillin when they got the Dragon Balls. Nothing changed. It was all for his sake. It was just the Ginyu Force are coming. We need to team up lest we die. It was all his entire plan was, it's for me. So when he dies after just going
for us.
So when he dies, when he just gets shot in the heart after fighting a slaver, it's like, oh well, whatever. Dragon Ball is #1 because they're always there. Piccolo, you could be like, all right, whatever. You know, Piccolo dies, Kami dies. There's no way to bring him back. Understood, established. But then turn the page. Oh, there's no more Dragon Balls, whatever. But here it's just like, there's Dragon Balls. So long as it's fine.
But a lot of times when people speak about emotional moments for shonen, it's always about sadness. But that ain't the only emotion. What about the shock that came from Perfect Cell coming back to Earth? Or the disappointment that came after...
name me a series that doesn't garner an emotion.
Hey, again, I was a kid. I probably felt things way harder than I do now. At least things like shock and stuff. Because my mouth would still drop open a lot on some series.
Chaozu and Tien failing against Nappa, or Vegeta and Trunks failing against Cell. What about the confusion that came from seeing Goku not only give up against Cell, but to also give him a Sensu beam?
Okay,
These zooms are terrible.
Here's the funniest thing in the world. You're talking about emotion isn't just about sadness. And then you put this sad piano bed under it to invoke the emotion of, sad.
Wonder what emotions people felt when Novara came back. People were happy. And
Some were mad.
There were also those people who just like, well, this is just pure bullshit because this was not set up, this wasn't established, it wasn't foreshadowed. And people will always bring up the two examples of it's not a 0% chance and what happened in No Problem. It's like, see, it was set up. It's like, if you think that that's enough, anything can happen in a story.
I'm still thinking about Namekians.
We cannot think about Namekians because Toriyama didn't.
At some point, you just gotta cut your brain off with what these authors
Fighting
are
Gimmick
doing.
says, what about this? What about that? 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 Is all I hear.
That's right.
And then my personal favorite moment in Dragon Ball Z, experiencing the joy and satisfaction from seeing Goku build the Spirit Bomb against Kid Buu. These are all emotional moments too. We as a community can acknowledge that Dragon Ball Z has its place in history without diminishing it when comparing it to other great stories.
I'm not comparing it.
It has its place in history, but it's still a bad series.
Yeah. I'm not comparing it when I say it is bad. I can look at it and just go, I'm not going, well, in One Piece it did this, and in Dragon Ball, when Piccolo died, I'm like, no. Piccolo dying makes no sense. You get that emotional moment, absolutely, but it makes no sense for it to happen like that.
Oh, Maeve's not happy.
Which is something my generation does far too often. We act as if two great stories can't coexist.
That's the problem. Dragon Ball is not a great story to me, period. I was horny when 18 showed up. That's an emotion. Wait for iconic. Why would they plant stuff if they could just wish it? Why wouldn't they wish the... Because they want to make it by their own hand. Or the fruits of their labor is what matters.
It's just something to do. Because otherwise...
Wait!
All the single furries, all the single furries, all the single furries, all the single furries.
Every series has its place in history, dude.
Absolutely.
Thank you for
Good, bad, or otherwise. Fairy Tail has its place in history, but you said it's not fair to compare the two.
It absolutely rains, because then they said there was a drought.
Oh, no.
So it has to rain in Namek.
Yeah. So why was there a drought if the Dragon Ball? Maybe I was gonna say maybe the Dragon Balls are only to be used in extreme circumstances, but I think the drought would classify as that.
Yeah, because it's less water and they need water to survive. I was just about to say, the planet not looking as pretty isn't really an emergency. But if it's potentially the end of your survival.
They can fly, so it's not like it's a big travel time to find it. You would think that it's like, hey, the sea level's getting real low. Maybe we ought to do something about this. But I guess they just didn't.
Or is it one of those things like, you can't wish back natural deaths. Maybe you can't prevent natural disasters from happening. Natural things in nature just kind of happening. Like, you can't just wish away a hurricane.
Gohan wished away Pan's sickness.
To be fair, Dragon Ball Super don't care.
I guess. But that didn't go. That goes into the whole cancer. Yes, no, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yeah, they couldn't wish back. They couldn't wish Goku's illness away.
I don't think they said that they couldn't. I think that they said there just wasn't enough time.
Well, they couldn't wish him back.
Yeah, because he died there. But as far as wishing it away, I don't know if they could or couldn't.
Yeah, I think we had the discussion of like, could it heal a broken leg or something?
But then, you know, they come back and holes in chests and stuff like that is fine. But Yamcha's scar is still there. So what are we doing? Whatever, it's fine.
I think that saying Dragon Ball Z is the best is wrong, but to say it is overrated simply because other good stories have come out since then doesn't make sense.
No, the stories that have come out since then have shown people that Dragon Ball is not a good story. Mm-hmm. When all you had was Dragon Ball, it's like, oh my god, Dragon Ball, this is amazing. Then you read like 5 other things and you go, well, Dragon Ball isn't as good as I thought, but it's still pretty good. Then you read another 15 stories and you're like, oh, Dragon Ball just isn't good. It's not bad, but it's not good. And then you read another 30 stories and you go, oh, Dragon Ball is just kind of bad.
And again, I don't think that it's overrated in terms of all the other things. I just think that the praise that people heap on it is not warranted because it's not a good story. It doesn't have good characters. The power system is just like, oh, there's just a bunch of blasts. There's a whole lot of things that I can say outside of mentioning One Piece where I think that it's overrated.
The iPhone has its place in history because it was the first smartphone and blah, 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 blah. The iPhone sucks.
Yeah.
It's a bad phone. It is what it is. It could have inspired all these Android phones. It could have inspired all these tablets and stuff. The first iPhone is trash. What do you want from me? It is what it is.
Maybe you could say that for Dragon Ball Super, since a lot of Dragon Ball Super's attention was built upon the massive legacy that the original run of Dragon Ball left, because in its era, Dragon Ball Super did get far more attention than many other stories that were better in many aspects, but that just isn't the case for Dragon Ball Z. I'm gonna do one of these for One Piece soon, so be on the lookout for that. But with that being said, this is BigTune, and thanks for watching. Hell of a good one.
Yeah, that was like a 9.
I was going 8. They did not do one of these for One Piece.
Cool. How do Namekians mate? They don't. They spit up eggs.
Yep. When do they spit up those eggs? Whenever they feel like it, I guess.
Yep.
KEEPTALKIN says, Brush Shenron don't care about the rules. Oh, I don't know you. You only get one wish.
Yeah, that's crazy bars.
Yeah, it's just in you. I don't know you, bro.
Yes it does. Yu was in the same era as Z and is better and less loved. JoJo's.
Yep.
How are the eggs made? They just spit them up.
They make the eggs. That's
they
how
drink a lot of water and then they go, all right, egg time.
Yeah.
What are you not understanding?
I like the S. The S is so good.
This one's for you, Morph.
You got the different color for the beard and mustache. Oh, that's very good.
I am not a robot.
I don't feel anything for the things that I like. Quote BG 2024.
That wasn't the exact quote.
Ugh, feelings.
Never said that part.
Ugh. Boring human affair.
I like that though.
Oh, this is a whole nother video.
Yeah.
That took a very long time.
That was an hour and a half. Crazy.
We got caught up on Namekian biology and it just makes no sense. Why couldn't they just wish for water?
So now we're talking about Trunks was the most well-written character in Dragon Ball Z. Let's talk. By the Black Mastadonte.
low praise.
We've
Very
done
low
a
praise.
video from him on Gohan. So let's just see what he has to say about things.
That's boy. If that's your bar, then let's go. It's time we talked about one of the coolest characters in Dragon Ball Z. He's a young Super Saiyan who appeared out of nowhere! ! He's the sword-wielding pretty boy that made fangirls and fanboys lose their mind. Let's talk about the son of Vegeta and DBZ's, not even Bulma, the son of Vegeta and DBZ's best boy, Trunks mother freaking Brief.
Let's see.
Oh, he has a Vegeta character development done right. Yep, let me just go ahead and add that. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Excellent.
Alright, let's see what they have to say about Trunks.
So we already talked about how Dragon Ball Z wasted the potential of our boy Gohan. Then we spent some time just appreciating the amount of character development that Vegeta received. Now I think it's time to discuss
because there's nothing there. There's things there, but there's nothing of substance there.
Yes.
The catalyst in the series. This character single-handedly sparked two of the most interesting arcs in DBZ, and I feel like we don't give him enough credit. Today, let's talk about the savior of the future, Trunks motherfucking Briefs.
So when you say one of the most interesting, we have to just be like, okay, but Toriyama just didn't understand time travel. There's a whole nother Trunks that was killed by Cell that was gonna come back and tell that they killed the android, but it wasn't ours.
Even though Trunks has said that if he were to go back again, it would split it.
This is awful.
So he punched in the coordinates to come to this timeline. It was like, yes, we killed that one. Oh.
Nami the goat says, "Wait, this is the bum that called Big Mama fraud."
Did he?
But before we start,
he is not a true hero.
But he is. He said it in the words.
I'm gonna show you guys something lit. So BenQ was kind enough to reach out to me to send me their Screen Bar e-reading lamp so I can tell you guys about it. So this is a USB powered lamp that has the power to light up your whole workspace or gaming space.
Yeah, but for reading, I can see that. How many people read actual books? I mean, I do, but how many people are...
You read, BG? I guess if you wanted a light, you would want it to be bright. Yeah. So that is a good thing, I guess.
Can you adjust it?
I hope so.
If you can adjust it, that might be fly. But it's inaccessible.
a reading light like that? It seems just kind of... You just can buy another lamp, and it's like, you remember dating ourselves, but you remember the Game Boy and how you can have the accessory,
that you put on top with
a little light. Now I can understand that when you just like, oh, I'm sleeping in the same room with my brother, and we got a little light. And I gotta beat Gary, so we got to go. But
Master Jinx
like
says
this?
His last name isn't Briefs. Brief is just Bulma's dad's name. That isn't his last name. It is just his name. Most Dragon Ball characters only have one name. It was the dub that made that a last name.
Oh, interesting.
Thank you, Derek. I didn't know that.
It's crazy that you can see how bright it is despite the window open and the lights being on.
That is a light.
It is a really bright room.
Jinbei.
That's what you focus on.
Jinbei.
What's wrong with the Jinbei?
Temperature of the light is completely adjustable, and it has an auto dimming feature, so you don't go straining your eyes when you're looking at your screen for hours on end. It's okay.
How does it detect that?
I was about to say. Is it a time-based thing?
Why would you have it on when you're looking at your screen?
What is the wait. What is this lamp?
powered lamp that has the power to light up your whole workspace or gaming space. The temperature of the light is completely adjustable and it has an auto dimming feature, so you don't go straining your eyes when you're looking at your screen for hours on end. It's okay, I do it too. The lamp easily fits on your monitor and it saves way more space than your average desk lamp. And if you need an example of how useful it is, this is how it lights up my desk while working at like 5 a.m. Thanks to all this light, I don't have to worry about wasting more electricity by turning on my room lights. And
But my light over there is the same thing. I could just make it white and it'd be pretty bright.
I can't imagine a single light eats up more than $1 of electricity per month. I don't think that a light is equivalent to a fridge. It's not like, hey, turn off that lamp. You eating up the power. You gonna blow the fuse. What are you doing? It's okay
to be confused.
2 lamps? We can't afford it. Not in this economy. You eating up my electricity. This isn't Everybody Hates Chris where we just counting in volts.
By turning on my room lights. And as I said, it's USB powered, so you just need to connect to your computer or a power brick. Either one works. But yeah, I'm enjoying this light so far. It runs for $99.
Whoa! I was thinking like the 30 ball.
$99 is insane.
For that, it's a scam. Yeah, that's crazy.
We always watch the ad reads unless we think nothing's gonna come from it.
One of my favorite things was watching in Rash Plays do his
I forgot about that.
It's a scam.
What was that? The mobile game.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So if you want to get yourself one, check the link in my description. With that being said, let's get back to the video.
I cannot imagine myself spending $99. The Mortal Kombat thing, you can see, yeah, well, how much did you pay for that?
$18.
And what the?
Oh, and it comes with a little remote, so I can adjust the colors. I can just make it whatever I want. I can make it. There's a smooth transition. There's a fade. There's a strong transition. See, it just does it like that. There's a flashing.
I'm gonna take a picture of it for the Discord.
Yeah, sure.
But I thought that. So why would you not simply?
Yeah, no.
That's crazy.
I can make it brighter or dimmer. Yeah, no. Pay $18 for that.
$99.
And talk about your boy Trunks. Alright, so out of all the characters in DBZ, Trunks probably had the best debut, like ever. My man rolled up to the scene, fresh as hell, with a sword. I don't know what it was about swords back when I was younger. Like, swords just got me up.
Where does this confidence come from when he's been getting beasted on by the androids?
He knows he's stronger than Frieza.
But where does it come from? Why is he his power level's 1? And he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna trick them. Where is this coming from? He just got back from healing from being almost murdered. He is alive purely because the androids want to play with him.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just like, sure, King Cold, you can have my sword. Like, who are you?
I had forgotten that Goku didn't appear strictly because he felt Trunks' power level. Why would he like that? It's objectively good. Because when Trunks first appeared in front of Frieza, he was a 10 power level. Frieza is on that planet.
Yes.
Why would Goku wait another 5-10 minutes and then go, all right, here we go?
Oh, this guy can handle it. While Frieza's already on the planet. Why would he wait that long? Because Goku was able to compare his full power to what he assumed Cell's full power was. He was just like, yeah, I can't even beat him here. Mm-hmm. So you can sense people's latent abilities, and therefore he sensed it. Oh, he's holding back, and therefore
$99. I'm pissed off.
Go buy it, y'all. It's cool.
Like seeing Trunks with his sword was fire. When Gohan got his sword in the anime, that was also fire. I think it's Hiei's fault. Hiei also had his sword in Yu Yu Hakusho.
again, I always like to analyze what people have in their places and what they choose to show off.
Oh yeah, I'll go back to it.
He's got an Epoch shirt. My goodness,
Takamura no less.
Power Rangers, he's already talked about that. In Jinbei,
One Piece stuff.
He's got One Piece stuff.
Dragon Ball,
but Dragon Ball, I don't understand how. It's very odd.
What is this scroll right here? Because it's only half a scroll.
Maybe the other half is on the other side.
Of what?
That's a good question.
Of this?
Oh, that's a Pokemon thing under the Beerus.
And he's got a Naruto. I forget what those are called. Funko Pop just hanging on the wall.
That's weird.
Jolly D Joestar says, I think Mecha Frieza was whooping their ass and Goku showed up last minute in Og timeline.
That's stupid!
Yeah, because he could have just killed them.
That's what Yu Yu Hakusho and yeah, changed my life. Anyways, he entered DBZ as a freaking boss. Frieza and King Cole tried coming through talking they shit, and Trunks came in saying, nah, hold up. I am also a Super Saiyan, and I will give you these hands, and proceeded to give them both the hands. Like, how do you just
I feel nothing when such a strong character like that just effortlessly beats up on a much weaker character.
Yeah.
It just doesn't do anything for me. If it was a hard fight, if it was done with trickery, but this is just post time skip, post Wano Luffy beating up on Kuro. I'm like, well, what am I supposed to get from this? I guess cool. Oh, he's strong. I guess that's what it is, but that's just not enough for me.
Frieza wasn't weak, but he was much weaker than Trunks. If Trunks, let's just say, is a 20 million power level, Frieza was probably like a 3. At that point, it's nothing's gonna happen. Oh yeah, I did add Cool Guy as well.
And then not only beat last arc's villain, but you beat the last arc's villain's father. Like, bro, this guy came in saying, listen, I'm about to smoke and I'm ready to give the smoke.
And that's purely for the whole, this guy, we see that he is on business. We see that he's very strong. So when he goes, there's somebody super, super strong. You go, okay, they're stronger than Frieza, who was the strongest before. So
Master
it's
Jinx
just a
says,
cliffing power.
It's like when a weak teenager that gets bullied at school goes to a middle school so that he can be the bully.
Legitimately.
Lost the war. On top of that, he just so happens to know how to go Super Saiyan, which may not sound amazing now because everybody can go Super Saiyan now, but back then, when the only known Super Saiyan was Goku, that shit was crazy. In the Frieza arc, Vegeta stated that going Super Saiyan was no normal feat. It was a very special transformation that only very few Saiyans could achieve. But yeah,
then you go, we're talking about future stuff where everybody is a Super Saiyan. But you go, yeah, but back then it was a super special thing. So are you looking at it back then or looking at it now? Because if you're looking at it at any point in time, it's just all just Cool Guy. It's all just whatever, because if this dude can do it, then anyone can do it.
Had a sword, knew how to go Super Saiyan, beat Frieza and his father, and on top of all that, he was a complete mystery.
I'll turn it down.
We have no idea what Trunks was really about. He could have been a villain, he could have been an anti-hero. All he did was just come in, flex on the whole squad.
Look at this! He never showed anything like this again. You know why? Because he was always weaker than the people. Where does this arrogance come from? You would think that Frieza is there for this express purpose of destroying the earth and killing people. He's been dealing with this for all of his life, of people getting killed in front of him. And he's just playing with them like the androids played with his mentor. What is, cool sword pose bush. Stop!
The soundbite comes from the Demon Slayer anime because reasons.
We're just like, yo, what's up? I'm Trunks. How y'all doing? So, already, younger Donchi was hard as hell from seeing this dude Trunks.
But how do you feel about him now?
Yes.
Based upon, you don't look at it as back then, because back then you only have the memories of your feelings, and the feelings are going to be of hype. Because, big strong guy, cool guy.
I was hyped.
Sword. but analyze it now. That's what I'm doing for the first time. I'm just like, who is this person? Because he the sword down to like, hey everybody, Goku's gonna be here, and he's super polite and stuff. It's like, what is this?
His entrance was just the tip of the iceberg. We haven't even gotten to his backstory yet. And that's what makes his character truly interesting. So in Totally Not Mark's very well done video about this.
Very well done video. We can't escape from him. What, Mark? If I knew it was the possibility of that happening, I would have added that voice clip. We can't escape from the mother. What, Mark?
I think I added the Mark emote, as a matter of fact.
It is crazy. And there it is, a mystery box. Please proceed to clap, praising what isn't there instead of something that is. The possibility of what may be there.
Which you guys should watch, by the way. He spoke about how conflicts and wounds are used to make a hero interesting. Basically, when tragedy hits the hero of a story, and that
Violently
tragedy
Irrelevant says, Dragon Ball reviews are always, remember how this made you feel, didn't that make you happy? You like that feeling, it's like hypnotherapy.
That mug froze in.
Chat froze like a muff. Oh, this whole bit froze.
basically shapes the hero's whole mission throughout his arc, that hero becomes way more interesting and we become more invested in that hero's story. Like, think about Attack on Titan. The first episode of Attack on Titan had Eren lose his mom to a Titan. Like, Eren literally...
Sorry, I'm trying to fix this.
Hero of a story, and that tragedy basically shapes the hero's whole mission throughout his arc, that hero becomes way more interesting and we become more invested in that hero's story.
No, I don't need that.
Yeah, no, it doesn't necessarily have to be tragedy, because you're saying that Bakugo's...
Full Cowling! Detroit Smash!
I feel like if I exit this, it's gonna freeze. Okay, it didn't.
Are you telling me that Bakugo's story wasn't interesting because he didn't have that tragedy? Same thing with Uraraka. It's not a tragedy that people are poor. That's just a statement of life. You don't need that tragedy in order for people to feel invested. That's just another storytelling method. It could simply just be, hey, I like to fight.
Like, think about Attack on Titan. The first episode of Attack on Titan had Eren lose his mom to a Titan. Like, Eren literally watched a Titan eat his mom, and we just had to sit there and experience that shit. However, that conflict made Eren way more interesting as a character.
I don't necessarily agree with that, because you could have still been interesting, as interesting, or more interesting with a different backstory.
Yeah.
Master Jinx says, I just watched the Revisited of that Mark video.
The Revisited?
Yeah,
what are you doing, robot lady?
It's crazy. Okay, so you say it made him more interesting. More interesting than what? Because there has to be a baseline of what you think would be interesting, and then go, this made him more so with this, as opposed to
this other character that didn't have a tragic backstory, and therefore I don't want to root for them as hard.
Something.
Do you not want Saitama to just be entertained?
To have a good fight?
Regardless of his lack of backstory, lack of tragic backstory person that read.
Yeah, he doesn't really have a tragic.
Okay,
it's not really tragic.
We rooted for Eren. We want to see Eren kill more Titans to get revenge for his mom. Imagine if Eren was just some random ass character who just wants to kill Titans just because killing Titans was fun. That wouldn't be cool.
No, it would still be interesting, depending on who the person is, depending on who the character is. Some people just want to hunt people down. Some people want to fight to save their friends. Both can be interesting. You mean like Levy? Batman, why?
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
Yeah,
it is still frequently played on the playlist. Frequently.
But you can make the character. It's not simply as simple as it wouldn't be interesting. It's all about what you do with the character. If you can make it interesting. You can make it. Isn't Hanji the one that loves researching the Titans?
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh yeah. There's one that loves researching a Titan.
There you go.
I don't know why I thought you read Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I haven't. Sorry. Haji, they saying.
Yeah.
It's like if Batman became Batman without his parents dying. Like, that wouldn't make...
Superman became Superman without his parents dying.
Mm-hmm.
Green Lantern became Green Lantern without his parents dying.
Not Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland's Spider-Man did not become Spider-Man because Uncle Ben died. He was still interesting until Aunt May died. There was no tragedy there, but he was still interesting.
Like Tim Drake.
You can be interesting without tragedy. I don't think that Batman is more interesting than the Tom Holland Spider-Man simply because he has that tragedy. Yeah. You can just want to help people. And that's what Tom Holland Spider-Man wanted to do.
And that's Superman's character as a whole throughout basically history. He just wants to help people.
Any sense? We need tragedy. And
we don't need tragedy, sir. I'm sorry. What is Deku's tragedy?
Do any of the Power Rangers have a tragic backstory?
Couldn't tell.
Do you root for them less than you would a Naruto?
Couldn't tell you about Arkham Shadow. It's VR, and I don't have VR.
He got a daddy. He's just over in America.
Not paying attention to his son.
Is that just what his mama told him? And he's actually a deadbeat and either dead or just ran out on them?
Who knows? Because he's never mentioned again from Deku, just like, hey, I spoke to my mom and dad today.
Crazy.
Deku's a broke boy, but that ain't tragedy. That's life. Some moms ain't got money. I'm sorry. He's still housing himself and he's still feeding himself. He doesn't have a car. That's not a tragedy. Sorry.
Deku has to take the bus. That's future tragedies.
In most cases, tragedy makes the hero. In Trunks' case,
in most cases,
yes.
But there are also cases where tragedy doesn't make the hero. So wouldn't you say it's more interesting when tragedy doesn't make the hero, since in most cases tragedy is what makes the hero? So why do we need tragedy? And if we need tragedy, then all heroes would need to be tragic in order to become heroes.
Tragedy was that most of his family and friends were completely murdered by the androids. Like, we're talking people like Piccolo, Goku, Vegeta.
He didn't know these muffs!
He didn't know Piccolo.
Who is Goku to him?
Down.
Uncle Kakarot?
Who are you? Who is Piccolo?
Such a strong-ass characters that we did not see die. Imagine watching this series and knowing that there was a timeline where all your favorite characters just died.
Yeah, your favorite characters. Trunks don't know them.
Yeah. And that would just be like, dang, that is sad that in this infinite multiverse that one of them just died.
Dofi had a tragic backstory. I'm not going to be like, oh, Dofi's more interesting with his tragic backstory.
Womp womp.
And with there being no Dragon Balls to revive them, that was it. You just had to deal with that shit. They were just
there
gone.
were.
Yeah.
There's the Namekian Dragon Balls, but I guess King Kai was busy for 17 years.
I guess Bulma's machine that could take them to Namek could not take them to Namek.
I guess she couldn't. She could make a time machine, but she couldn't make a spaceship.
His sponsors are a tragedy.
I guess.
Forever. So it was just Trunks and Gohan. But guess what? Trunks lost Gohan.
It was Trunks and Gohan because the story made it was Trunks and Gohan. King Kai never contacted them. Namekian Dragon Balls. Bulma never made a spaceship. Bulma never made a machine that shut them down. Nothing. So it had to be like this in order for it to be like this.
2, adding even more tragedy to his story. That shit set Trunks on his mission. Trunks was by himself. Trunks was the only person that could stop these androids. And the fact that he lost all those friends was fueling him to go and fight the androids in the first place. And
stop with this sad music in the background. This is not what you think it is. Yeah, none of these people showed up. Boo didn't show up.
Because we watched that shit happen to Trunks, we got emotionally invested in Trunks. We want to see him.
Nope, I did not. Because what do we see? We see that later when the special comes out. But he just goes back to his timeline and comes back like, hey, I'm back. Like, oh, well, welcome back? How things going over there? Because this is 2 years later and you're still alive and you didn't beat the androids or nothing? All right. Hey, why didn't they give him a bunch of sensu beans?
For who?
For himself.
Oh yeah. Well, how often is Trunks fighting to where he needs a sensu bean?
The androids at any point in time could just rock up and just like, all right, playtime's over.
Yeah, but what's the sensu bean gonna do to a hole in the chest?
Fix it.
No, not if he can't eat. I'm saying, like, if they're just like kill, heart head. What are you? When are you gonna eat the bean?
Oh, this is excessive.
Yeah, when's the bean gonna come into play? That's only if he like heart crawling away into the gutter, and then it's just like the bean.
But we've never seen him do heart head.
Okay.
Objectively good.
When Gohan screaming for 30 years that they blasted him, when was he gonna have the opportunity to go bean into my mouth?
Adrian Rusko says, it healed Yamcha after Jerry stabbed him.
What? How long? If he's getting blasted like that and he eats a bean, and it starts to heal him and another hole comes up, does it full heal or half heal?
Does it heal the hole that's being formed? Like if he's getting, let's say, a blast every 3 seconds, if he eats the bean, that first hole heals with the next hole heal. Is it still circulating the healing?
Not even questioning what the healing is.
Yes.
But
beans don't restore limbs.
I can't say that they don't. Because they can restore holes in your chest.
Yeah, they would have to.
It restored
cellular makeup, and it is exactly as you were before. It's not like you've got a giant scar.
I don't think it's exactly as you were before.
No. I mean, your body, like when Yamcha got the hole stabbed in him, the hole was fixed as it was before.
Yeah, because surely that would have had to go through like the rib cage, and would that be considered broken? Or if it snapped off, it would be in turn growing a new bone.
Oh yeah, Gohan's neck got broken. It fixed him.
You could say that it fused the bone.
I mean, when things break, there's very good chance that bones are chipped away.
Shrug shoulders.
And would it, let's say it heals a broken bone and there's bone chips in you and they move away and it heals that. Do those bone chips disappear?
Because it makes no sense
used
if it's magnetized back into. Yeah, if it's just a compound fracture where it's just broken here, and then it just sort of fuses together. How does that work? The beans are magic. Okay, we got it. They're magic.
I'm sorry for asking questions.
It's fine.
Him get revenge on the androids for killing all of his friends and family. In that vein, I gotta say that I feel like Trunks was the true hero of the Android saga, mainly because of all these facts. Yes, technically speaking, Gohan was the hero of the Android and Cell arc.
What makes somebody a hero to you? Is it just that they go through tragedy?
Does he mean that Trunks was the true protagonist of the arc? Which I would hear an argument for. I love it when you guys go into the logic of Dragon Ball on a level that Toriyama never attempted to reach.
He didn't, so we have to.
Somebody has to.
But Gohan was not hit with as much tragedy as Trunks was. So as cool as it was to watch Gohan go Super Saiyan 2 and all that shit, I was personally more emotionally invested in Trunks' story because he went through more shit and I felt that shit. So,
but in
the Trunks story didn't happen until post-sale, I think. When did the Trunks story come out? Lies, Gohan was a child soldier So Luffy ain't a hero to him by his Saturn. Saturn is a hero because he probably went through tragedy in his past.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't understand the argument here where because he went through and did he necessarily go through more tragedy just because he lives in a essentially broken world when the only person close to him that he knows died is his mentor.
Aries Queen says, "You didn't suffer as much as Naruto. Sorry, Trunks."
Oh no.
What?
In terms of release date, Japanese release date, and anime only.
Yeah, of course.
We're talking about right before the finals of the Cell games. It came out.
Then how can you be more emotionally invested in Trunks until you see that thing?
As far as the manga goes.
Because all we know is, this happened. I think Story was Trunks was an anime only thing that Toriyama wrote.
Yeah, but you could read the manga and not get that information in the end.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh wow, they were neck and neck. No, it's pretty far.
Okay.
DBZ, let's go chapter 420 because that's the funny number. Thank you. It was a lot of weed images.
Of course.
I don't know what I was expecting.
Especially with the prevalence of AI? How could it not? Did you see that AI Coca-Cola commercials?
Oh, dude, it was right after the defeat of Cell.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. Okay.
So, yeah, we're talking about before the Cell games in terms of the anime and after Cell's defeat in terms of the manga.
That's got to be most of the long, and there's no scar.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's clean through.
We can't be talking about the beans. The beans are fine. We're not talking about the beans. We can't talk about the beans anymore. They're magic beans.
At the end of the Android and Cell saga, when he actually went back to the future and beat the androids and Cell, I was like, yes, thank you.
Yes, he's stronger than them now, and now he can beat them up. Okay? No catharsis. Yeah. It's just he's stronger than these things. When he was training for the whole in the hyperbolic time chamber, he wasn't training for them. He was training for Cell.
Yeah.
That's what this whole thing was. It was here and now, and now based on that, I have enough power, so it's fine. So whatever, it's cool.
The beans.
Hope the Liar says, "The beans are inert.
The balls are inert."
Better than over 9,000. Fight me.
Thank you. You did what you had to do. You accomplished your mission. I felt relieved and I felt accomplished watching that whole scene.
I felt relieved and accomplished that Trunks got stronger and beat the people that were no longer stronger, that I never even got to see them do bad things to him until right before the end of the Cell game, or maybe even later, depending on if I was in English and it came out way after, which it did.
And this month wasn't talking about the androids in his timeline at all. If he was just like, we gotta wrap this up. My mom is over there struggling. She could be dead right now. It was nothing.
Every day that passes is another chance of 1,000 humans dying.
So I was like, that's it. My nigga's out here doing his thing.
Why didn't he have Bulma analyze the time machine to make more time goo so he can make endless back and forth trips? Why didn't he wish for more time goo?
More time goo. Maybe the past doesn't have the technology to do so, and as such, they can't fix it.
This is a war-torn android torn. How are they making more technology during all this time?
No, they're scrounging for the technology they're getting.
Okay, so Daima, there is a demonic spaceship. And Bulma's just like, oh yeah, I know what this is.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, got it.
Got it. Again, Daima stuff, but come on, make the time goo.
Nobody's listening to you, you cuck. Daima, whatever, but make the time
Master
goo.
Jinx says, he felt relieved and accomplished. Cool. How does that make Trunks a well-written character?
Yeah, because you felt things for it. Have past Bulma make some time?
Yes, have her make the time. While you're training,
would she have the knowledge needed for the time goo at that point?
I don't see how she couldn't. And
in Super, I think he needed to get his future mom's blueprints or whatever for Bulma to.
That's bullshit.
I think that's what happened.
She can do whatever she wants, except for when she can't.
Yeah, and time goes.
That's bullshit.
But it happened. They've explained it.
That's
Dragon Ball wins again. Get cucked, cucks.
And he beat the androids for killing all of his.
Wow, he's so strong and he's so cool.
Yep.
Friends. It was one of those situations where you just want to see your boy win. And I saw my boy Trunks win, and I was happy.
Yeah. As an 11-year-old, you gotta understand the time frame.
And now it's just events happening where this guy is just stronger, and then he just beats him and just goes, the future is saved. And we don't see him again for all of Dragon Ball Z. And then when he comes back in Super, it's like, okay, but the future was not saved, in fact. So I'm back.
You forget she needs super rare materials for.
Yes, we can just say super rare materials, and that's all and it's over. We can't find any more super rare material. We can't wish for any more super rare material. We can't substitute it with non-super rare material. It has to be the super rare material that is this specific time goo that is only available in the future. ... question mark. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
They
it's
only
just
know about it.
Whatever is time goo, and we just go. Yep, we're just not simply not enough.
Shenron.
Make a rock so heavy that he himself could not lift.
Could Bulma wish Shenron to give her the knowledge to make a time machine?
He can erase memories. He can alter memories.
But can he give knowledge that they don't know? Like, could they go, hey, Shenron, let us cure Goku's illness. Give me the knowledge to make the medicine to cure that illness.
It would have to be because, in terms of the people of Earth, there was a tragedy where a dude rocked up and just blew apart the whole thing. Unless their memory is just go to the tournament, blank space, end of tournament. It has to be something there.
To be fair though, like within 3 weeks, a lot of people aren't going to remember things that happened.
But that was same day.
I just don't know if he can give knowledge like that. Give life.
As crazy as it may sound, I think that was the perfect ending to the Android saga.
Trunks beat the bad guys in his timeline, which is what he came back for to begin with.
Which may sound weird after hearing me talk about how important Gohan going Super Saiyan 2 was and how the passing of
Sebastian says, guys, you don't understand EDP was actually a hero because his sad backstory about how a cupcake monster killed his mother, that's why he wanted cupcakes.
That's right. The monster ate his mom, so he's gonna eat the monster's kids. Raw cupcake, mama.
I'm not allowed to comment on him.
Torch from Goku to Gohan was hella important. I don't know, it just felt right to have Trunks end the arc. Because at the end of the day, Trunks started this arc. This was Trunks' arc. This was Trunks' personal arc. This arc didn't start because Gohan felt like he needs to get stronger to protect his friends, or because Vegeta was tight about not being able to go Super Saiyan. This arc started because Trunks lost his friends and family to the androids, and he came to the past to try and solve that shit. So it only makes sense for the hero, the person who was struck with tragedy, to end the arc. And it was honestly just cool watching Trunks end these guys in the coolest and most badass way possible.
Oh, it's so cool.
He's so cool. There's so much cool.
It's just very cool.
My man came in the black tank top and said, yo, square up, and fought Android 17, then 18, then fucked up Cell with the heat dome attack. It was crazy. I loved it. That scene was fire. Now the next time...
We're halfway past this video, and he's basically saying Trunks is cool.
Trunks is cool.
We see future Trunks.
And you see how his listed accomplishments were before, where he killed Frieza, and the end, where he kills the android, and nothing in the middle. Because Trunks is a bum who does nothing but fail.
Until he's so strong that he can't help but succeed.
In the Goku Black arc in Super.
There's no way he's talking about Goku Black.
He did do the Spirit Bomb sword.
He
and that
can't
was so,
talk about Goku Black.
Super Saiyan Rage. That was so cool.
He can't.
Super Saiyan Rage. So cool. Was it cool? Yes.
Which, out of all the arcs in Super, was honestly my favorite arc.
I'm glad he's being honest. I'm glad. That's good. Can we give him honesty points? Honesty points?
Goku Black.
I guess we're not giving honesty points.
Sucked.
Nah. Not according to him.
Sleepy Dawn says, "What did y'all expect from a Dragon Ball fan?"
Not Goku Black is my favorite arc.
You know why? Because Trunks came back, and if you like Trunks, of course you're gonna like seeing Trunks.
And they did all these degraded hits. I'm a destroyer.
And Future Trunks' inclusion in that arc was like 60% of the reason why I love that arc. All right,
what
now,
a smelly mark.
What a simple man.
He sees character and he claps for character.
You can't hate it, honestly. You can't. I wish.
It's an honest opinion. It is.
And it would be my fondest wish. It's like, hey, this makes no sense. Everything that's happening here, but my guy is back.
But look at him now. That mob should have got another sword.
I would say the Goku Black arc reused the Android Saga formula. Like, think about it. The same situation happened. The hero, Trunks, once again.
Sir, if you're going, it's recyclish. And that's why it's good. Surely you would want more from your 20-plus-year-old self than your 8-10-year-old self. Surely you'd be like, hey, can we get something new here? Can we get something?
Gets hit by tragedy when Goku Black basically decimates his whole town and also kills his mother. Now, the interesting part about this conflict is that it didn't just hit Trunks, it also hit Vegeta. Because when Trunks went back to the past to the Z-Wars about how shit was getting fucked up in the future again, Vegeta was immediately hurt about how Bulma got murked. So in this case, it's almost like...
I'd be like, well, that sucks, but I don't know that bit.
That's not my Bulma.
Yeah, that's somebody different. I mean, we'll help you, but not purely on the basis of that. That's just... Because there's how many people? Hundreds, thousands of people that were killed? Why would, it's just one more person that I don't know.
Sorry.
She just looks like my wife, just like you look like my son.
Of her.
I'm sad about the concept of her dying.
Where's this video going? It's just him saying he's strong and cool. That's where it's going. That's where he went.
Heroes. Because on one side we have Trunks, who was just trying to save his world from Goku Black because Goku Black is crazy. And then on the other hand, we have Vegeta, who wants to get revenge on Bulma and also wants to make sure that his boy has a good world to go back to. Which brings me to the main reason why I love the Goku Black arc. And that was Vegeta and Trunks' relationship throughout the whole thing. It was obvious that Vegeta was no longer apprehensive towards his son. He actually cared for his son, like a lot. And he showed it in the most Vegeta way
Unknown
possible.
XL says, "Trunks, you killed my mama. Goku Black Womp put the fries in the bag, lil bro."
The fries in the bag.
The two started training mainly because Vegeta wanted to make sure that his son was not going on a suicide mission. He wanted to make sure that Trunks was ready for Goku Black. And if Trunks wasn't ready for Goku Black, then he would go handle Goku Black. So while that test of strength thing was kind of savage because deadass Vegeta wilded out on Trunks for no reason, it was also very important because Vegeta just wants to test his son's strength. He doesn't want Trunks going out to fight Black and then come to find out that Black actually killed Trunks and then now he has to go and kill Black. And guess what? No more future son and he has to be sad about that shit. He has to live with that shit. So the Goku Black
would he have to live with it?
Yeah, no. Some guy I don't know, because there's a billion alternate universe Trunks out there. Is he living with whatever's going on with them?
When he was blowing himself up for Boo, was he just going, dang, I hope future Trunks can handle this?
Only make Vegeta and Trunks the heroes. It also built in their emotional connection that was starting to be developed back in the Android and Cell saga. However, unfortunately...
In what way? What was it? It's purely based off of strong. I hope you're strong enough to ... Or whatever. Also, that scene was filler.
as good as the Goku Black arc was, in my opinion, I feel like the ending was a little Like, you guys know how I said previously how as a hero of the story, it made sense that Trunks ended the Android and Cell arc, right? In this case, it didn't really make any sense because it was proven that the Goku Black and Zamasu fusion was much stronger than Trunks. On top of that, the whole thing where Zeno just completely destroyed the whole universe to end everything was just kind of like, come on, son, like, you're being lazy now. Like, that was just lazy writing.
But the recycling of the plot wasn't? That was cool? Okay.
Really lazy writing. Honestly, if it were me, I would have it so that Goku would give Vegeta and Trunks an opening to attack, and then Vegeta and Trunks would do some dope-ass father-son team attack, not let their Gallic gun, something completely cool.
Oh, big boo. Oh,
but isn't that Cell with Goku and Gohan? No.
He really just wants Trunks to be the one to just finish it off, just be like, tragedy hero, whatever.
Something completely different, and they would completely fuck him up. Maybe like, I don't know, a final Shining Slash or something, or like a final Flash mixed with a Finish Buster. I don't know, something dope. Like that.
Why? That sounds so lame. It's just two blasts that you're just like, do it.
Is the other one supposed to swirl around one of them? Are they supposed to like meet in the middle, swirling around each other, and then it combine right before it hit Zamasu?
What does this do for you? The man is immortal.
Then Trunks using his broken sword to make like a discount spirit bomb using his sword and then cutting Zamasu and like what? Like the fuck what were they thinking? It's like they built this arc so well and then they just shed on it. They were like, nah, this arc is trash now.
What is wrong with that? How is that better? Because he's using the power of all the people that are on Earth, the people that he's trying to protect, to kill Zamasu. How is just Goku making an opening and they do a final Finish Buster, Heat Dome attack? How is that better?
To an immortal. They needed Zeno's help to erase Zamasu because it's so blended with the universe or something. Final disjustice. Trunks doesn't change much, he just gets big strong. DA and BG, DBZ movie tier list.
That's gonna be dire.
Oh, bro, that's what you get for having hope that this arc could be good. It's terrible now. This arc ending was ass. However, my stand still stands. Within the Android saga, the Cell saga, and the Goku Black saga, I firmly believe that Trunks was the true hero. Even though he wasn't really seen as a protagonist of those arcs, I felt way more emotionally connected to Trunks.
But that doesn't make him a hero!
It doesn't make him a hero, it doesn't make him well written, it just means you liked what he was doing.
You liked his story.
I saw what he went through, and I just wanted my boy to win, son. But yeah, that's how I feel about Trunks. Honestly, I could end it off like this. I feel like Trunks is one of the best written characters in Dragon Ball Z. I think Toriyama did an amazing job with Trunks.
What did he do?
What was the writing that made the writing good? You're just saying I connected real hard to his tragedy and wanted my boy to get the fat W, so he's one of the best written characters in Dragon Ball. That was your entire thing.
What's the writing in Dragon Ball? He had a tragic story and then he came back and then he overcame his tragedy.
He won. Cool.
He has a dope personality. He had an amazing back.
You didn't mention his personality at all.
Yeah, what is Trunks' personality?
He's just kind of polite.
Trunks is a fine character. He doesn't do much, but he's not offensive. He's a tragedy character who gets a W.
He's pragmatic because he's just like, if we let these androids free, we get all of us. No. And he's just like, no, we're not going to let him become the final form. That's stupid.
Backstory, his debut was dope as fuck. Like, Trunks overall was just a great ass character. I really hope that
No, you found the character fun. Mm-hmm. You found the character enjoyable.
Which is fine.
Just say that though. Don't say he's one of the best written characters because he's not.
Because what's the writing?
A, we get more Future Trunks. B, we get more dope writing like what we saw with Future Trunks. Or C, we just get a spin-off with Future Trunks. That's kind of pushing it, but imagine a dope-ass spin-off just about Future Trunks. Just think
Why would you want more of this character suffering? Wouldn't you want this character to just be happy? And if you want that spin-off, then that's cool. But again,
12-episode spin-off of him meeting his other Trunks.
I was just about to say, it is, now you have to acclimate yourself to this world. It's just like, not only you're also a million times stronger than the other Trunks because you have
Mark fans, shonen fans, and hype beasts. The unholy trinity of anime fans.
They go crazy sometimes.
Not to mention his love is a like 70-year-old woman.
You see what I see, right? You see the fire that they can produce, right? But yeah.
By just having a spinoff, you...
Trunks, y'all. The true hero of his designated arcs in Dragon Ball Z. Well, that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. And also, please hit that bell notification button in the bottom, because if you do not, you will never be updated with when I upload videos and shit.
You are updated, because even when I go live, my comp bros go, oh, Alyssa Exists is live. I'm not bailed.
And then you're gonna be mad at me.
See, you're so late. We're almost done.
Like, hit the bell. You gotta hit the bell so that you can get updated and shit.
Negative $99.
Videos like as possible with their very kind donations. And if you are not already a patron but would like to become one, go to my Patreon page in the description below and find out how you can support the channel for as little as $1 a month, fam. We also have shirts available. If you want to get yourself a shirt, it's also in the link in the description below.
Why wouldn't he be wearing his own shirt?
Yeah, you would think that would make sense.
That's marketing.
And you can buy yourself one if you like them. And if you don't, you can just kind of like look at them. I don't know. Do what you want to do. However, if you cannot afford to become a patron or buy yourself a shirt, do not worry. Liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, all that stuff still really helps the channel out a lot. With all that being said, your boy signing off. So as usual, be easy, stay lit, and take care.
That's a terrible sign off. That's like a -7.
I was thinking about an 8. You didn't explain shit.
Yeah. And Trunks is not the coolest or hypest or whatever.
Yep.
All right.
Are we doing that little bit of Vegeta?
Yeah, we'll check out Vegeta a little bit. Are you gonna say what won?
Do you want to do it this time or the next time?
That's up to you.
Yeah, we can do it next time. Give them 2 weeks until we start instead of. Yeah, that's fine. It makes no sense to do it at the end of field. We'll do it next week. We already know what won. Some will be happy, some will be very not happy. We are very not happy. Let's get rid of all that, boy. And let's bring up my boy, the boy. Correct. No voting results until next week.
So, My Hero Academia is fine.
Yeah, don't listen to that. It be like that sometimes. Y'all would have got it earlier if Mubs wasn't cheating up and down and around.
Yeah.
Tournament of Vegeta's the final bout. Oh no! Oh no! All right, I'm bringing this up on screen right now because we have to have a discussion about what are we watching. Chrome.
Are we gonna do In Defense of Goku versus Moro next week? When we do a series, we try to space it out a little bit.
What?
We wouldn't want to do like 2 Dragon Ball videos in a row.
Yeah. There were some Demon Slayers that looked interesting this time, and this game was like, we just did a Demon Slayer last week,
which
so
we did.
We technically didn't. That'd be like if we did Hero Z and Mubs we just did Dragon Ball. No, we didn't. Yeah. Cause oh Lord.
Dude. Can we get a little bit of, cause that dude, that is a horny art.
The story of this What If story is exactly like in canon, and from story to imprisonment from the Pilaf gang, it's almost the same with some minor tweaks. Bulma meets Goku, they begin their journey and end up in Roshi's island, where Goku gets his Nimbus Cloud. They wind up meeting Oolong, who is dragged evades, but Bulma whips her tail out, catching Roshi by the hand and gut-kicking him twice. Third kick sends Roshi away and almost out of bounds. Roshi then gets up and is quite proud of his student.
But he doesn't have the juice.
Oh wait, let's see that transformation.
Oh yeah, no, that's gonna happen.
Get hurt. Bulma doesn't give a fuck though.
This is just female Goku.
It's fine.
Let's be for real here.
And dashes towards Frieza, only for him to catch her hands and throw her to the ground. The throw wasn't hard, so Bulma comes back with her power surge and attempts to land a punch, which she does. Frieza's completely confused as to how does the bitch manage to go one step above every time. So he goes 20% and packs her up like an overnight part from Japan. That does the trick and Goku steps in.
What this dude stinks.
Using his Kaioken to go and fight Frieza. Bulma has been completely pummeled to the ground, not being
is horny art.
able to move an inch and having a few broken bones on top of that. Then they came by to heal Bulma up, but Bulma said it's fine and that she can still fight. Though that quickly backslashed and she fell down like a house built from playing cards. That was
phrase.
His similes and metaphors stink.
Not the phrase, sir.
He stinks.
the cue for Dende to go and heal her up. While Goku went and battled Frieza. Goku is already putting out full power of his 20 times Kaioken, but Frieza is putting him down. Gohan and Vegeta also tag along and battle Frieza, but it's in vain. Goku off to distract, while Frieza in the meantime goes and fights Vegeta. The is that they spent a bit more time together, but if this is his race's fate, he will embrace it. Then, with his last breath, telling her that he actually loved her. Despite her best efforts, she cannot do anything and tells the now dead him that she loves him too and starts crying out of anger. That begins to form clouds over her, as well as lightning all around. Her eyes go white as she rushes Frieza, bursting a golden aura and her hair spiking a bit. With that power-up, we witness the first sign of a Super Saiyan transformation. Bulma lands a pretty hard knee to Frieza's gut, and that was the first proper blow anyone has landed on Frieza since he went into his final form. Bulma isn't done yet, and swings her foot, currently powered up to 50%, and is trying his best against Bulma. Also fade out quicker, and Bulma is now worn out. As a last-ditch effort, she grabs a hold of Frieza from the back and tells Goku to throw the Spirit Bomb. Goku is hesitant to do so at first, seeing Bulma mentally unstable from
He's gonna die, bitch, she's gonna turn.
Witnessing the death of Vegeta, but Goku then screams out a sorry
quick the air after quick
and throws the Spirit Bomb at both of them. As a last resort, Bulma remembers Vegeta dying and does one more power-up into False Super Saiyan and charges at the Spirit Bomb.
False Super Saiyan?
Along with Frieza, catching them both in it. Bulma then flies out of it and faints, going back to base, while Frieza is in the middle of a massive ki ball. Spirit Bomb explodes and everyone is thrown back by the intensity of the ki attack.
This looks like what if T23 pulled a effing Shadow the Hedgehog. Just damn random damn swears.
Like taking candy from a baby.
But is constantly off planet seeking for Goku, wanting to know how he got Super Saiyan. Bulma though also wants to know how she got to that level of power she displayed on Namek, so she trains on and off.
So she just gets it some other time. Oh! Wait,
who is that?
Who is this? Who is this person? It can't be Videl.
Oh, it's Videl.
It can't be Videl!
Majin Super Saiyan Videl?
Similar hairstyle to the Golden Fighter that Gohan played part of a while back. The unknown then speaks to Ula through her mind, telling her that not to be scared or afraid, and that he only did it because the two that are right next to the ring will jump her and steal the key from her. How it all makes sense later on. Sad. So Ula widens her eyes and starts not very mentally stable due to the life she's had. So Ula widens her eyes and
Ula? The daughter of Vegeta and Bulma?
Go back. Maybe they introduce her. Yeah, there she is.
She just calls out for Ouroboros, which scares everyone and she arrives. As everyone screams for Bulma and her alleged insanity, Uluborid walks up next to Bulma and still wiping tears off of her face. Krillin is confused on what's going on, seeing Uluborid crying. Goku looks at Bulma in confusion, mouths agape.
Black hair Trunks is not the way!
That doesn't look particularly good.
What is that crisp hairline? Man, just got out the barber. I just want to know who Ula is at this point.
Reviving them back somewhat. Bulma feels that her membrane feels full again, meaning the sense of being worked, and they both got a relatively high Zenkai, getting 3 times stronger than previously.
What?
Goku is still sick and waiting to recover. Trunks comes by the Kame house, telling them all about Android 11 terrorizing the place and actively seeking for Goku.
What?
Everyone pisses their pants knowing that she's coming here next, and so they decide to dip out with Goku. But Trunks has a better plan. He says they should leave out a key orb around here somewhere and hide their key and then dip out.
What?
They agree to that 1000 IQ play and do so, and then leave with Goku. Trunks stays there, sitting and waiting on Uluborid to come by.
Mom?
Uluborid arrives and asks for Goku right away, knowing he's going through a tough time. Trunks says he's not letting her get in and prepares for battle, pulling an obvious
android.
Uluborid goes Super Saiyan and easily casts him away.
So it has to be an android with Saiyan data.
Yes. That has to be what
that
happened.
Then goes Majin.
Okay, she's here.
Almost started thinking on where the rest of them could be, but her question is answered when they all sense someone coming along. It's a teen girl. The small but muscular girl is looking at them from afar and observing them, noticing her.
Are they
Bulma asks who that might be. Trunks is frozen in place and Vegeta comments on her power. Her power is way too high for her base power and is basically as powerful as a false Super Saiyan. Bulma now knows to stand down because this new foe is just too much for her, and Vegeta had to step in and showcase his Super Saiyan 2.
Who is it?
Bulma is happy to see that her husband has also gone the transformation and stands down, even though she wanted to fight really bad. Vegeta starts getting cocky and attacks the girl, but the girl goes from smiling to serious real fast, and the battle starts. While doing all that, Trunks gives a backstory of the girl to Bulma. Android 11, codenamed Uluborid, is a genetically constructed Saiyan built from the DNA of every Saiyan that has existed on Earth so far. That means Goku, Vegeta, Bulma, Nappa, Raditz, Gohan, and himself combined into a single being by an unknown rogue of the Red Ribbon Army.
That's all I needed.
Bulma thinks back, knowing a good chunk of the scientists, but none that are capable of bio-growing beings. So she rolls out a couple like Jabro and side scientists like Flap.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Can you match the
In memory
king?
of the great Akira Toriyama, the power, as you did mine. Keep a close eye on him, for he may prove to be an even mightier
Why does he
warrior than
pull
his
out his thing?
As if I would ever let something born of me surpass my power.
He has a child?
Is this AI? This is a little too good.
My son, you will be my instrument
This
of
has to be
revenge against those Saiyan bastards. You will have the
this is not
distinct
AI.
honor
No,
of
it's not.
taking my power to unseen heights.
No, he's just doing it.
It's not AI.
Planet New Namek.
No, what was that thing that he did? Yeah, go there.
Supreme Being. Father, it is finally time for the birth of another Supreme Being.
My
Oh,
son,
now he gives
listen
birth?
closely, for if your supreme power is contested one day, you will require this moon. The gem at the center of your body is where all your energy converges.
What?
It is also the source of new life for our race. But in order to create a new life, you must endure a pain so great that it has killed many of our race before us.
Who says? It sounds like he's taking a shit.
You are incomparable to those before you. I have no doubt that you will survive. You will be weakened temporarily, But as your body regenerates itself, your strength will also recover. Your progeny will inherit your power, as you did mine. Keep a close eye on him, for he may prove to be an even mightier warrior than his father.
No, he wrote and illustrated.
As if I would ever let something born of me surpass my power. My son, you will be my instrument of revenge against those Saiyan bastards. You will.
He's just writing and illustrating
what
this.
You seek is the power of the Super Dragon Balls, correct? Know this: the power
what
of
is
God.
this? The God of Destruction, Vegeta,
and future old Bulma.
How much you've changed over the years.
It is an actual female voice.
Yo, dude, he got it.
It's confusing, but I wouldn't. This seems like it's got over 500,000. It looks like it deserves it.
Yes, he's putting in the work.
This work being put into this.
The illustrations. I can't make fun of this.
The Frieza and the Cold were good. Yes. Good on them.
Vegeta, but my vengeance on you was
dumb.
never.
Okay, of course there's gonna be some dumbness. It's still a what if.
Lord Frieza.
Well done.
We've made it, Lord Frieza.
Well done, Alto. Your part to play is done for the moment. Now watch as I write a new chapter in history.
Crazy.
This is so anti-23. It's ridiculous.
Greetings, my lords. Let's cut to the chase.
Yeah, it's all his own art. He's not recoloring.
He's in character.
He's doing all the voices correctly, and he's got other people doing voices that he can't do.
I'm
this
here
is
for
crazy.
an audience with the Omni King.
You're the one known as Frieza. Your presence here tells me that the Destroyer God of the Seventh has failed to eliminate you. An impressive feat to have bested Vegeta. But you will find that no amount of strength matters in the face of Lord Zeno. I will not allow your request.
Oh, come now, Grand Priest. I have come all this way, and how often do you have...
Not my brand, but, I'm not gonna fault this.
Yeah, no, if people are hooked on this, I'm with you. I understand you.
Last about 21 would never, he could never.
Is this Bizarro T23?
Legit Bizarro.
This is the other side of the coin of just like, yeah, okay, you do you.
Divine Instinct Goku, Ultra Essence Goku, True Divine Essence Goku.
Thank you for the super chat, Hope the Lion. Interstellar Rangers commits could never.
I can't have any power that rivals mine exist in my new world. So, by the Emperor's command, I want you to erase each other. Now!
What? No.
They're just good.
Yeah. Okay. That is, again, another failure of trying to find somebody who is T23. So there's no one. We should just give up.
That was just good.
Yeah. Good on them.
Simple as.
Last time on Tournament of Vegetas.
And now into this.
Vegetas, it's time to start. Good luck to you all, and may the tournament begin.
Show me your all. My all will make...
Blaze Rider says, man, the quality difference.
Oh, God, no!
Gordon
Ramsay giving you the finest Thanksgiving meal you could possibly imagine, and then you just crack open a box of instant mashed potatoes.
No,
you just
instant
go
turkey.
Turkey in a can, just. I've made something for you too, Ramsay.
Tournament begin.
Show me your all. My all will make sure you're never speaking a word again.
Try to go back. I dare you.
T23 ENT. They're a whole conglomerate.
Yes, there is.
Tournament of Vegetas, Episode 3, 4 Squared.
This is the end of the preliminaries. The quarterfinals begin. You will each be assigned brackets on random. So the 8 of you here pick numbers from 1 to 8. So me and Shinkan can choose at random.
Yo.
What's the problem?
Nothing, I guess.
At random. Let's get some names.
Yeah. I choose a number, you choose a number. Then we switch, you choose, then I choose. Simple. That way it's more pseudo-random and they don't bitch about it being rigged. That's why they're deciding the numbers.
Fair enough.
All right, you two.
What?
All right, you two. This feels cheaper than South Park.
They're deciding the numbers.
Fair enough.
All right, you two. We have our numbers.
Alright then, I'll go with number 3.
I'd go with 4. Interesting. Alright, number...
Let's get some
Child.
names.
Number 8.
These dude.
The designs are crazy. I need
the
some
matches
names.
have now been
says,
chosen.
The April Fool's video has better production.
The Shinkan has built the special bleachers for the Vegetas competing. The brackets are starting, and the first to move into the ring are Frieza Potential Vegeta versus Vegeta that married Android 18.
Why would he be different?
Frieza Potential?
Frieza Potential. Why would he be different? What makes his hair that color? What makes him different? Is he part android now too? That pussy hit different?
You do not have reserves. Use up your final forms until knockout. Your energy never plummets from now on.
Ah, nice. All right.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Go back.
Never plummets from now on.
Ah, nice. All right then.
Can we get that?
Sure.
Oh my goodness!
Go frame by frame.
Plummets from now on.
Ah, nice. All right then.
Okay.
Nami the goat says, "Can we go back to the other guy?"
Go back on your own time. It just pops in.
Shall we? Indeed.
That's a whole different person.
All right then.
Dance is totally
Shall
different.
we? Indeed.
The two go into their final forms, Golden Eagle Vegeta and
Gold. Oh. What's the other one?
What's the other one? If it was Frieza Potential. Frieza Potential.
I don't want to just say a Blue 3. That's lame. Unleashed Blue Vegeta.
He wouldn't put two egos next to each other.
Wouldn't he?
That's a good point. Frieza Blue.
I'm not gonna laugh because that could be.
And Super Saiyan Blue 3 Vegeta go.
Just the lamest it could have possibly been.
The lamest it could have possibly
added. Android 18 influence versus limitless potential.
There we go. Need that next one.
Golden Eagle Vegeta prevails. He moves into semifinals.
Quick battle, but makes all the great moves. Shows just how much Saiyans can go.
Next up, Daishinkan and Omni Vegetas.
Another battle starts. Daishinkan Vegeta starts saying how he's stronger than the Omni King himself, but so is Omni Vegeta, big time. Daishinkan displays his power while Omni Vegeta goes into his
I'm going upset Omni Vegeta.
I was gonna go Omni Vegeta.
Omni Instinct, not sparing even
It's okay to be confused.
A little bit of energy for display to show him why he shouldn't run his mouth. That was fine by him, man. All he had to do was power up further.
Can we hear the name?
As Omni an advantage. Daishinkan Vegeta is being pushed back, but not for long. Daishinkan Vegeta's hair turns more purple, accessing the Rose 3 evolution.
Rose 3 evolution. Okay.
Again, the same going beyond scheme that happened in the first match. As Omni Vegeta has an actual final form due to being the Omni King, he cannot go further, just try not to lose, spamming Hakai everywhere and hitting Daishinkan Vegeta. It doesn't work, and Daishinkan Vegeta does one last push, which engulfs Omni Vegeta in the blast, killing him.
Oh dang it!
At the very least.
The next fight is a very tough one, unexpecting a winner. Moro Vegeta versus Android Vegeta.
I'm gonna go Moro. No, I'm gonna go Android.
I'll go Moro. I was going Moro to begin with.
As the two step in, Moro Vegeta jumps straight to his Destroyer mode, while Android Vegeta jumps to his highest multiplier he can access with his software. However, Moro Vegeta starts stealing his energy too.
See, that's why I voted for him, because I thought he wouldn't have the energy to steal.
Well, you're wrong.
I guess I'm the fool.
Amps his up more. Moro Vegeta breaks one of his turbines, but another one takes its place.
God, I love Bulma and her nanotech.
Is that a turbo strapped to an android?
Did bro just become a car?
Dragon
oh
Instinct
wait, never
Goku,
mind.
Dragon Instinct
It's a
Goku,
pro charger.
Dragon
He has a
Instinct
low
Goku.
consumption electric.
Thank you for the super chat. Hope maybe only one king, but this is a new kingdom.
Motor driving the turbo. The turbo spools and generates more power in his built-in generator.
I wonder if he solved the turbo lag.
This is you can literally see
you 100%
outline here. This
100%.
He's a living machine. You think he doesn't have anti-lag?
Fair enough.
Now, let me show you. Well, I'll just steal more.
He copying my whole fucking flow word for word bar for bar.
Do you think T23 is just like, hey, cut all that lip syncing out? You making me look bad.
I have no idea.
The power output is just too much for Moro Vegeta, as he popped like a balloon and knocked himself out. Despite having the powers to consume energy,
well, Android Vegeta wins by opponent error. Moro Vegeta is now spectating.
The last fight, Destroyer Key Vegeta and Ultra Ego Vegeta enter the ring. Destroyer Vegeta is already in his complete Indigo form, while Ultra Ego Vegeta is in his fused form. He enters his Super Saiyan Rose evolution and the fight begins.
You can't just slap evolution onto anything.
Another one has it.
I'm going Indigo.
I'll go to the other one. Yeah, I'm fine with the 3.
Destroyer Vegeta knows he's underpowered, but still tries his best.
Oh no!
His form does nothing. Not even a scratch.
Oh no!
So much so that when Ego Vegeta extends his arm, Vegeta runs into it and is seriously injured by just that. He cannot do anything no matter how hard he tries. That battle is one-sided since the start and the winner is clear. Just that Destroyer Vegeta doesn't want to admit it and is trying his hardest to land a single hit. Ego Vegeta lets him on that one hit, which he tanks completely and effortlessly, making Destroyer Vegeta back up, starting to get fear in his eyes. Ego Vegeta then puts Destroyer Vegeta down on the ground, humbling him and then pushing his head into the ground with his foot, which makes Destroyer Vegeta lose consciousness. Damn. What a way to back someone up. At least he didn't give damn. What a way to Vegeta lose consciousness. Damn. which makes Destroyer Vegeta lose consciousness. Damn.
It's a little... Damn. It doesn't just come... There's a little bit of a build-up.
Makes Destroyer Vegeta lose consciousness. Damn. What a way to back someone up. At least he didn't give him a chance to meet King Kai.
Ego Vegeta wins by knockout. Destroyer Vegeta is now spectating.
I guess we can move to the...
Android Vegeta versus Omni
Last
Vegeta?
time on Tournament of Vegetas. That is some hot steamy cum. Cooked for real.
What?
Last time on Tournament of Vegetas. That is some hot steamy cum. Cooked for real.
What did he say? What did he possibly say?
Tournament of Vegetas. That is some hot steamy cum. Cooked for real. Shut up, you fucking ingrates.
Well, mind if I hang out with all you guys here?
You hit me pretty hard. I give you my applause for that. I will also give you a beating in return. Tournament of Vegetas.
Two people deciding on who will become the King of all Saiyans. Is it gonna be the Mr. I can't do shit alone so I need Omni King's power?
Wait, what?
Or Mr. I'm better than iPhone?
He made a joke on us. He said we'll fight you. So I'll see you under my boot when...
Okay, I need this.
Take away the trash.
Go.
Courtesy of Zeno, Ultra Ego Vegeta has reached a new final form. Courtesy of Zeno, whom he has fully fused with, seeing his full intentions with his power.
Okay, sure.
He has reached what is called Omni Potential Unleashed, and all Android Vegeta can do is let
Alfonso
him cook.
Rodriguez says,
Because Ultra
please
Ego
go back to the OG.
Vegeta takes over the fight, now being able to push so much more power through his body and using every ounce of it to beat the ever-living shit out of Android Vegeta.
Is that our boy T23?
Train hard and fight for what's right.
Is that
Don't push harder than Kakarot.
Just
let him push to be harder than you, understand? Yes, King. Yes.
Oh, he won!
King.
To the
Good.
top!
Now you guys can go back to your timelines in peace.
Not so fast. So let me get this straight.
Boy! It's our boy from downtown! Not so fast!
Back to your timelines in peace.
Not,
Yo, you done knocked it out?
Knocked it out.
not so fast.
Now you guys can go back to your timelines in peace.
Not so fast.
It's weird
So
that
let me
we
get this
pop
straight.
for this dude when he popped so bad. We popped so hard for our boy.
I did something called a turn of Goku. Well, you become a gook and say, bet! And you end up doing a turn of Vegeta and not invite me? Nah. Instead, you invite this simp? Come on, Michael. I had more hopes than that.
He told you! You said you're too busy with getting puppy on your mano.
Oh, right. I did not hear that part. You can't blame me when someone like Fatima's giving you a puppy in the mundo. You know what happened.
What is going on? He's a whole different person. They're both bigging each other up. He talks about the sloppy top he got. What are we doing? What is this? He's talking about, hey, you didn't invite me. And Vegeta's like, well, you were having sex. And he's like, oh yeah, I was, but you can't blame me when she gave me that Gok Gok 9000. This is literally what's happening.
The whole world becomes deaf for you. Sheesh, I didn't remember you saying something like that. Boss Jr. told me about it too.
Don't blame me, you don't know the time.
Blaze Writer says, the T23 multiverse is crazy.
Crazy!
And Blaze being the literal king of all timelines.
Hey, don't blame me for not telling me when you and your son are going, you bishop. Besides, I was able to pick up your guys' power level not too long ago. And when I saw that Daishiken wasn't there, I knew one thing. You were doing the Tournament of Vegeta, huh? You see, that's the perk of being a king of timeline. I could travel to any timeline, while you need Daishiken's help to do so.
What a lumhead. Anyways, there's a change of plans on that one. All of you are staying here for a little while longer. I will fuse you all into one being, and I will let you all fused fight me to see how strong are you against me. Deal?
No. Wait, seriously? All of us combined? Is that even possible?
Of course it is. He's gonna use a Z fusion ring, something that the master created, where more than one people can fuse at once. He saw me do it in my turn with Goku, and now here he is doing it during his turn with Vegeta. This will be interesting. Oh, you guys versus Michael? If I were you guys, you better start praying. Otherwise you will definitely lose against him.
Not quite. It's not a ring or anything. Actually, I told the master if he can replace the ring with something else. Wait, let me show you. These ear cuffs are designed for all of you to wear. There's 19 ear cuffs in total, and you all put one on your left ear. Once all of you put them on, you will fuse into Lumina Vegeta. Michael versus the Vegetas, all fused into one person. How far do you think it'll push me? Find out in the final episode. Flashy ending.
This was October 17th.
Okay, and episode 4 was September 24th, so once a month. So we're just about due for the finale.
Oh no.
We're just about due for the finale.
Oh no. Well, we'll see next time, maybe.
Watch it premieres as we're doing our episode. But in the meantime, we're out of here. That was almost 3 hours. That is a crazy amount of time.
I almost took the headphones again.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Neo Arcadia says, I understood only half of the stutters.
Only half. Yep. So enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday. We're off to do things.
When's the episode coming out?
Tomorrow. I asked Corey because I'm used to recording Wednesdays now, so I'm used to uploading Thursday night and then doing all the info on Friday morning.
Mm-hmm.
But because we recorded on Thursday, I uploaded but didn't do the info. So I was like, do you want it tonight or should I do it Sunday? And he went, let's do it Sunday. So I said,
what?
Corey's a fan. I asked a fan. Blame Corey that y'all don't have an episode right now.
Episode coming tomorrow. My hero.
Yep. Yep. All right, yeah, shove off. You know the deal.
Stop coming to these.
We will. Corey month off.
Yep. Never happening.
Chris month off. Peanut month off. Eric month off.
Chris needs to be picked up and nobody's replying. I'm gonna just ignore it until somebody's like, "Hey, who's doing it?"
How about that kid catch a bus? How about that kid catch an Uber?